And it came to pass that a great pestilence descended upon the ancient city of Melbourne, and none of its inhabitants were untouched. And some were heard to cry out in strange tongues. And every 7 days, the young men of the city would meet in combat. And each Thursday, 3 wise men would sit in judgment. And the wise men were John, Robert, and Louis. And their judgment was delivered in league teams.
Hello and welcome to a very special Thursday night edition of the 1960 Grand Final League teams. And of course, I have these 2 great compatriots of mine. One, the genius of league football, the absolute wonder of the world, Mr. Jack Dyer, otherwise known as Captain Blood.
Hello.
How are you, Jack?
I'm very well indeed, Bobby.
And
nice
of course, on the other side, Lewis Thomas Charles Richards, parentage quite unknown.
Thank you very much, Bob. And I'll tell you what, you haven't changed a bit since 1967.
Well, as a matter of fact, the girl in the makeup room had to put aging makeup on me, not like you two. You had to be made younger. I had to get some aging to go with you.
You haven't worked since.
Haven't worked?
You haven't
I've
worked.
been working here since 1958.
Are you still a purveyor of fine automobiles?
Certainly, yes.
Now, listen, Bob, do you hear about the Chinese guy that went to the doctors, the eye doctor,
No?
for an examination? And the doctor said to the Chinese guy, he said, you got a cataract? And the Chinese guy said, no. He said, no, I haven't. He said, I got a Rican Continental.
He's out of the
He
game,
hasn't
Jack.
improved, I'll tell you. He hasn't improved at all. He's just the same.
It must be funny the floor manager laughed that time. The first time he's laughed for 16 years since he's been down here.
We're going to go back, Jack, and look at the marvellous teams of the 60s and see the grand finals.
There's been some good ones, yeah. Good ones.
When was the first grand final that you ever saw? I suppose it's the one that you played in, Jack.
No,
wasn't it?
1901.
No, when I climbed the fence. I climbed the fence at the MCG.
You climbed the fence at the end. Did they have a fence around
No,
it?
it was a 14
14-footer.
Oh, yeah. Threw the rope over, tied it up and over.
Through the...
Yeah, that is the truth. I'm telling you,
Yeah?
that's the truth.
Did you have knots on
And there was
so you could
5
go
behind me too to come
Threw a rope over?
A rope, and they tied it over the grandstand. Of course, it's not like it is now. You
The
couldn't
wooden
go
grandstand
anywhere.
there.
Yeah, there was something there.
Did you get into the members, Jack?
Yeah, and I also saw the interstate game getting over the fence too. When Rudolph, I got over, climbed over the fence
What
to see
year was
Rudolph.
this?
This is
Rudolph
going back-
Valentino. wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the
red-nosed-
greatest
the red-nosed
footballers the
reindeer.
game ever seen. Ever seen. Could run
What
like a
year,
deer.
Jack?
Could mark like anyone at
1902.
all.
What
Beautiful.
year?
Oh, about
In the
1930, because I went to Richmond in 31.
The next year,
Yeah.
didn't you? When the first grand final you played in?
31.
What age were you when you threw the rope over the fence?
I was
17.
I was going to St Ignatius. There's a few behind me too.
You must have been a delinquent, were you?
Oh,
Well, now,
well,
what about you?
we had
what
no
what
money,
was
Lou.
the
We
first
had no
grand?
money.
Just a minute, Jack.
All right.
What was the first grand final that you ever saw?
I never went to grand finals in those days because I couldn't get a free ticket, truly.
But you must have gone.
why I
once.
climbed
Well, I did go once. I think it was about 1939 when they played Geelong, and which is still classed as the greatest.
No, that was 1937.
37. That was the one I went to. Well.
Oh, at
And that
37.
was classed as the greatest grand final of all time.
Yes.
And of course, we go to the football now with Edna, and we sit in there out all the time with a diamond tiara on.
Well, look, I think it might be a nice thing if we were to, well,
What?
I've lost my place to be truthful. 1977 league teams, when we were really at our peak, I suppose you could say, Jack, were we?
Well, I would say so. This is 67 I've got here.
No, this is
Oh, God,
1977.
you've confused
Some of
him
the
now.
league teams that we used to do, Jack.
Oh, well.
We're showing a
We were
flashback,
here.
Jack.
How long were we here, though, Bob?
Well, we were here for, well,
23 years or something, I think it was.
Yeah, but Jack, we're showing a flashback here.
of what you were like when you were younger.
Yeah, no,
and what we used to do.
Jack
And
should
we'll
know
go
about.
to it
He
now
should know a
if we-
bit about flashing and flashbacks.
Hey, that's enough. Don't ever say that about Jack. Here we are
that's
in
Jack.
1977.
Joe, this is a...
I'm coming the wrong way here.
What?
Golly, this is a super show, isn't it, old man?
this a lovely restaurant?
It is. It looks
What's the
like
name of it?
It's a breakfast at Docker Street. That's just absolutely marvellous. Well, John, would you like a champagne?
I love one.
You like a touch of champers?
Oh, thank you, yes.
Love one.
Christ. Yes, what is it? It's a heavy bottle.
Oh,
Excuse
I
me.
watch all the teams, will you please?
Sorry. Oh. There's yours, Bob. It's,
Take it over there somewhere.
Yes, will you just move away from the table, please?
it's the Piggy Wiggy Award. This is very nice.
That was that. As a matter of fact, these are your awards that you have to give out, so
It's
don't
all
worry
running.
about that.
Rather nice here tonight.
Isn't it marvellous what can happen on league teams, especially on grand final?
We'd like to thank Ron and Lady Pauline over at Cornerhead and Foot Street for supplying the booze tonight.
My word, it's very nice. And here's cheers.
And
Yeah,
here's
cheerio, John.
To everyone that's viewing.
To everyone, that's correct.
Hey, someone's wet my seat here, look.
Your company.
We have certainly, Jack.
God bless. Stick your finger out, Jack. Put it aside, will you? It's broken. It's a big sort of a finger you got, too.
Well, as you can see there, we were all dressed exclusively by Charles Lux, Charles Lux, Charles Lux,
Listen.
Charles Lux, who happened to be out in Toorak Road.
Listen, Casey will get you the sack. Now, listen, why were you wearing a blue shirt and we were all wearing
because
white shirts?
I was his favourite, Charles Lux.
I'll say you must have been getting a bit on the side there.
And my hair was done by Kerry McFarlane, who used to be in the back.
Oh, mine was done by Edna Richards.
Anyway, look, let's get to the teams of the 1967 grand final between Geelong and Richmond. And Jack, we're going to give you Richmond.
Richmond, thank you very much indeed. I'll go ahead with it now.
You can go ahead, it'll
Right,
come
thank
up there and you can just run through the team.
Oh, Dean Swift, Jewel. Now, there's a back line. He'd kick it a mile, that Swifty fella there. Jewel, what a beautiful, rough, tough footballer he was, too, at the same time. And Dean, what a
Roger Dean.
silent man he was. He just did his job
He
and went
got
home.
Barassi reported.
Yes, he did. Don't start that business. I'd like you did enough when he got up that time. You only got him rubbed out. Bergen, Perry, and also Strang. There's a Perry might have been the weakest of that one, but he did a good job, that fellow, at that stage. And Strang, he was a good footballer.
Are they relations of
kick.
the great Strings?
My word, they are. He's the nephew of that fellow there. And John Perry. And John, if you're listening into or viewing it or whatever it is, John, up there at Albury, good luck to you, son.
He's in a lovely pub up there.
I'll say yes.
He's in a rest home now.
Back with the teams
Right,
now.
back with the team. Well, Ronaldson
What about
was
the
in.
centre line, Jack?
Now, wait a minute. There was Ronaldson was brought
Clay.
in this side because there was a Neville Crowe got suspended
Yeah.
for hitting someone. I don't
I
know
think
who
you
it
better
was.
read out the team.
All
first,
right, then
Jack.
we'll get back. I was back in Clay, wasn't I?
Yes, Clay.
Dick Clay. From
Yeah.
anywhere, from the centre line, he could kick a goal. Right, Barrett, how was he running, passing? Don't tell me he's any better than those fellas, Bob, will you?
Billy
Berkey, is anyone better than Berkey? Anywhere you've seen along the line somewhere at all? No. Northey, half forward, the swooper. Yes, he used to swoop too. He loved the little drop. Ganane, Big Paddy, if he could turn it on, he could turn it on. But
Is he the only fella that used to go into the rooms before the game, unscrew his head, take his brains out, put it in his locker, and screw his head back on
Tell you
again?
what,
he was
he
all right,
got
Paddy.
he got very nasty
Oh,
lately,
was he?
so be
Oh.
careful. Barry Richardson, yeah, Big Barry there, always had a bit of trouble with his knees, but he was a very good footballer. By Jove, they're a good side.
I don't suppose you've
and
seen
Donald
worse legs
Ronaldson
than
got
Barry
in that
Richardson,
side
have you?
because one of our players, Neville Rowe, he hit Big Nichols. Well, it wasn't his caper, you know.
Neville
Wasn't,
Crowe,
Neville Crowe, it wasn't his caper
he
at
got
all.
out suspended.
Yeah, he got 2 weeks over it in the finish.
Right,
Yeah.
go through the end of
Rux
it.
Patterson.
Yeah.
A little bit mad. A. Richardson. Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't-
the bull.
That's the bull, the father of the boy that's down there now.
Yeah.
And 400 miles I went to sign him up, you know. 400 miles. So went
Yeah,
to sleep in
what
the car,
about the
come back and
Rover?
never nearly arrived here. And Bartlett, of course, how many, look, I'm crook on him because he broke my record. He not only broke it, he smashed it and put it away. And
He gave 2 handballs, you know, in his career.
I
The
doubt that.
training one
And
night.
Green and Perry, both good footballers. Good on you, John.
Well, there we are. Now, I think we'll go and have a look at the Geelong team. And Lewis, you have the privilege of looking at that team. It's going
I
to
know
come
it's
up.
coming up there, but I thought you'd make a remark of what I'm doing here in front of you. Look, can you see what I'm doing?
Where'd you get those glasses?
They're Edna's.
Who, Dame Edna?
I lost mine at the market, so I borrowed Edna's, and I can see better with Edna's than I could with my own. So that's why I've got these. And they're rather they're setting a new trend, as a
You
matter of
haven't
fact.
changed or anything like that, have you, with them
Oh, yeah.
glasses?
Well, you don't know these days, do you?
Can you
don't
see
know.
anything?
Well, let's have a look at the Geelong side, Merv. There's the Geelong team, and that West's a very good player. But let me say this first of all, that Dennis Marshall showed no signs of his ankle worries. Now, he's fit to play, and of course, we all know how great a player that Dennis is, and he's probably one of the second best player to come out of Western Australia, or third best, probably Polly Farmer, Barry Cable, then Dennis Marshall. They're all great players. But there's Polinelli, Closter and Newland, a great centre line, and of course, the great Polly Farmer playing in the ruck. And I don't think there's ever been a ruckman as good as him, except back in the early 30s and the late 30s, Jack Dyer. But we see Farmer, Ryan and Goggin. And what a great player Billy Goggin was too. But there's the Geelong lineup, and they're going to be mighty hard to beat.
Well, we'll pick up some of the game a fair way into the last quarter, I think we'll have it.
Well, that's fair enough with me.
Yes, was that all right with you?
That's okay with me.
Because a very marvellous game, probably one of the great grand finals of
Listen,
all time.
can I ask you a question before you throw to the game?
Yes, what is it?
Why do Catholics have bigger balls than Protestants?
They sell more tickets. He's using it all the time. Could we have the game, please?
Umpire Peter Shields bounces the ball starting the final quarter of the 67 grand final, Geelong versus Richmond. 2 points of difference as they go into the final stanza in favour of the Tigers. There's the kick now from Dick Clay up forward. The ball bounces. Ganane is there. He's tackled by West. Paddy Ganane shoots right across the face of goals. Out of bounds in the forward pocket on that other side. Oh, in this final quarter, Richmond are kicking to the new stand end and Geelong to the Richmond end. There's the scoreboard. Ronaldson, number 2, goes in there with Andrews, number 6 at Geelong, to the ground. It comes taken by Bartlett. He snaps. He's put it through.
Beautiful goal.
That was Bartlett, wasn't it?
Yes, it was,
Like
yes.
a train.
Like a flash. 2 points in front now, 8 points in front.
That's
Oh,
his
that was
second
good
goal,
football.
Butch. That's Bartlett's second goal. If Geelong can retain their fitness in this quarter, they'll push them.
40 seconds into the final quarter, 40 seconds, that goal came up.
And Barrett in there, sooling his team on. Number 24, an outstanding performer in that third quarter. Here's the bounce. Patterson back on the ball, but he's beaten for the hit out. Bounces over the top here, picked up nicely. Hand pass to Goggin. Goggin gives it into Andrews. He's pushed and shoved, and he streaks away. Coming through there very nicely is Sherrick. Sherrick hooks the ball. Oh, a tremendous effort, but it's over the line for 1 point. Gee, that was a good try by Sherrick.
Yes, a great effort, particularly when he was on his left foot. I thought the boy coming out with him, Andrews, allowed Sherrick to take the ball because he was on his left foot.
Swift about to kick in 13-15 to 13-8. And it's a nice kick too, right out to Bull Richardson. He's stood on by Polinelli. Polinelli overruns. It's kicked off the ground by Burke into Woods, centre half back. They all overrun it. There's a chance for Royce Hart. He hand passes, but it's taken away from them by Dennis Marshall, going the wrong way. He turns on the right foot, kicks out towards the half-forward flank. Racing for it is Ainsworth. But the ball is a throw-in on the half-forward flank for Richmond.
For the benefit of our interstate viewers and our viewers in New Guinea, Dennis Marshall has been under a cloud all week with a crook leg, but he's certainly playing well here today. Nothing wrong with the leg now. Farmer has possession. Farmer swings around a long hand pass here. Sends it to Newland. Newland tries a hand pass across here to Polinelli. Polinelli steadies. Down to the half-forward flank on the outer side. The players race for it. Fields has it. He's taken to the ground by Dean of Richmond.
He's paid the ball.
Oh,
Murder.
free kick to Roger Dean. Dean in a bit of trouble. A hand pass across here to Strang. Strang in trouble. Oh, I'd say that was around the neck.
You're kidding. Strang now on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground, kicking towards what we felt early was the scoring end, but there's very little in it. Strang's good kick goes in towards the centre wing position, backing back Polinelli. He races off. Goes right through that half-forward line. A pass here, but it's marked by Clay. And this fella's a steady player. Not outstanding today, but kicks the ball a long way. He's in the centre of the ground. Lead, but no, he's decided to go for the long one. It's not so long. He's hooked it. Goggin has the ball punched away from him by Bartlett. Chance for Burke. Bartlett grabbed. Got to get the free kick. Play on, says Shields. Goggin goes through the centre wing. Here's a chance. Ryan moving for it. And nicely, Freddie Swift comes through. He gets the ball, hand passes. Oh, it's a glorious hand pass to Dean. Dean short passes, but it's out of bounds.
What about the pace on Swifty? He went right away from them then.
Very cool in the crisis.
Out of bounds on the half-forward flank, or between the wing and half-forward flank, over there on the other side.
Obvious free kick.
Against Farmer.
Against the big cat, not too happy with himself. It's going to Patterson over there. Patterson on the half-back flank on that outer side. Takes his kick. Oh, it's a poor one into the man on the mark. The man on the mark takes the run. Who is that? It looks like Sherrick. Sherrick, a long one down, man on the mark in defence to Tony Jewell. Jewell now comes along the members' flank. Play sets himself over his head and Foster marks.
Confusion there amongst the Richmond boys.
Foster is on the half-forward flank, or in towards centre half-forward, takes his kick. This one's going to the goal square. Wade's in there, up they all go. They all knock it away, the Richmond defenders. Taken by Dean. Dean out to the half-back flank on the other side. It beats everybody. The ball bounces. Burke comes in for Richmond. Burke's going for a run. There's nobody near him. Yes, he'll get another. No, he won't. He gets his kick.
Oh!
He's bowled over.
A free kick up the field. Bad luck there. See the cunningness, they throw it back, but the ball has got to come up to the half-forward line. The free kick to be taken there by Royce Hart. Hart now, a glorious left-foot kick. Puts his boot into it. It's right in towards the end of the square, but it's all Geelong. And it's Mitchell, Chris Mitchell to mark in front of the pack. The ball dropped just a fraction short there for Paddy Ganane, and Mitchell made no mistake.
Tell you what, these people up in New Guinea are going to love every minute of this, Butch.
Glorious football in wonderful conditions too. Oh, look at Polinelli. He should have been free kick there. Patterson hand passes. It's over to Burke. Burke tackled by Farmer. Got to get it for a free kick in the back. Francis Burke now, he's on the half-forward flank. Couldn't get the distance.
Look, the big cat was trying a little bit of leapfrog then.
Well, there's nothing much else he could do. There's Ganane. No, he's not going to lead. Waiting for the long kick. Oh, it's a grubber though, and it's only in towards that half-forward flank. Barry Richardson tackled by Newland. Newland was over the line as he kicked, and a throw-in results in the half-forward flank for Richmond. There's only 7 points the difference in this game.
6 minutes of the final quarter gone. We wait for the throw-in. It's on the half-forward flank for the Tigers on that outer side. They're kicking to the new stand end. Patterson, number 25, Farmer 5, up they go. Patterson edges Farmer out, but it's Mitchell who gets the tap down. Taken by Barry Richardson. Richardson up towards the pocket, coming out to meet it. Here's the fullback for Geelong, Roy West.
Ganane's got to come out more, Ted.
That's right, he must play in front. He's big enough to do this.
West takes his kick to the half-back flank on the outer side, taken here by Newland. Newland puts his boot in it, drives down towards centre half forward. The players set themselves. Sherrick's in there, couldn't hold it. In comes Ryan, number 26. Eales is there though. Eales swings around. He tries a high one. They're racing for it. Wade and Swift knocked away here over the boundary line on the half-forward flank for Geelong on that outer side. They're kicking down to the Richmond end.
How Freddie Swift is punching that ball now, Mike. Not attempting to mark, but punching it and keeping it away from the danger man, Wade. Here's the throw-in. Patterson, 25, gets a nice hit down to Bull Richardson. He goes through that half-back line. A good punt kick in towards the half-forward line. Barry Richardson flies. Is it a mark? No. It's going to be a throw-in.
Oh, look at the boundary umpire.
A mile behind. I think he anticipated the mark then. And the Richmond runner out in the ground again. There's a throw-in about to take place. It's on the centre wing. Slightly Richmond's way. In they go. Mitchell pushed aside, but Farmer and Mitchell go for it. Barry Richardson kicked off the ground by Mitchell. Over here very nicely to Goggin. Goggin hand passes beautifully to Polinelli. Polinelli runs through the centre. It's a long raking drop kick, and there's all. Nearly a chance for Jewell. Through comes Freddie Swift. It's over here. Tony Jewell comes back. Good play. Very good play, and gets the ball out of bounds.
And look at the crowd flying. Oh, tremendous crowd here. You have no idea. Jam-packed in the member stand here. You can't walk along the passageways because people are sitting everywhere.
What a glorious opportunity Geelong nearly had then.
The throw in now. Mitchell, number 8, goes in there with Patterson. They grab each other. Patterson gets the tap down. Ryan tries to shark it away. He's grabbed pretty high, Mark Yu. Down to the ground he goes, but the ball is on the wing position on the outer side. Polinelli, who's doing a great job over there, marks. Polinelli swings around, kicks in towards centre half forward. He finds Farmer. Farmer spilled it. Oh, you wouldn't see that in a million years. taken by Clay. Clay to the half-forward flank on the outer side. Barry Richardson of Richmond with it. He swings around, he's in trouble. He gets his kick, however. Down it goes. They set themselves up, they go. Down to the ground it comes. Here's a great battle going on. Players going over like ninepins. Here's a chance for Roy West. In comes Marshall. Marshall swings around close to the boundary line, and he's put it clean over the boundary line on Richmond's half-forward flank on that outer side.
And 7 points still in front, Richmond. How's the time going, Mike?
8.5 minutes of the final quarter gone. The throw-in takes place. Ronaldson goes up there, number 2 for Richmond. Taps down. Bartlett has it. Bartlett to Brown. Brown is held. He'll get a free.
Played for it beautifully.
Well done, Ken.
Brown now, who has already kicked 3 goals, is 45 to 50 yards out, directly in front. This could be his 4th coming up. He's kicking to the new stand end. It's on its way. It's dropping a bit short off the hands of the back, through for one behind.
Good play there by West. Came in the last man and made sure that it wouldn't go through. 13-16 to 13-8. 8 points in front, Richmond.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is a draw. I wouldn't be surprised if we're back here next week.
Oh, Mike. Roy West now. Good long kick. In towards the centre. Royce Hart pushed aside. Walker gets away with it now. Races through the centre. Goes for the long one. There's a chance for Bill Ryan. He marks.
Well called, Butch.
All the way, Teddy. That was a beautiful kick.
He had his name on it all the way. I would say Geelong have had 6 opportunities in the last 10 minutes or 8 minutes to score, but this is the only true one.
Line 30 yards out, directly in front. Puts it on its way. I think it's offline. It's swinging around. It's there.
2 points the difference. A nice mark. Look at that kicking, Teddy. Geelong 14-8.
29 to 22 shots.
The ball coming back to the centre now. And there's nothing in this game.
I'll tell you what, anybody with a crook heart had better go outside.
That's for sure, mate.
This is incredible. Bounce of the ball. There they go. Farmer goes up. Patterson gets a tap down. Shark by Polinelli. Polinelli now. Over centre half forward it goes. Here's the goal. They all fly for it. A chance for Graham. He couldn't take it. But it's Ryan once again. Ryan swings around and kicks.
1 point, I think. Yes, 1 point. Only 1 point the difference now.
There's Billy Ryan walking back, puffing very hard there.
11 minutes of the final quarter gone. 11 minutes and 1 point the difference. The umpire, Peter Shields, his first grand final. What a mighty one for him. Swift now, the Tiger skipper, kicks out. Oh, a magnificent kick. Almost to the centre. Knocked away here by Marshall. That centre half forward is taken by Eales. Eales down to the goal square. The ball bounces. Here's a goal.
Oh!
I think he was over the line.
He's played a touch.
Touch. Sherrick came in.
He must have been over the line when he kicked it.
I thought it was, but I was watching very closely, and I honestly believe he was over the line.
Scores are even.
Level. Scores level, and we are 11.5 minutes into the final quarter.
Has the kick right into the centre. Michael Perry and Farmer. Farmer gets it. Hand passes to Mitchell. Mitchell gets a left footer and Eales marks. Oh, he's 45 yards out. At centre half forward. At centre half forward. And good kick it.
How much can we take, Butch?
Oh, up he comes. It looks offline for sure.
That puts him in front.
1 point in front now, Geelong.
Geelong have hit the front. Almost 12.5 minutes into the final quarter. Swift about to kick out of it now from the Richmond end. Oh, another magnificent kick almost to the centre once more. Farmer from behind, taps it down here, taken by Mike Perry of Richmond. His kick is smothered. Over here to Bartlett. Bartlett is grabbed. Bartlett still goes on. A long hand pass by Bartlett. A chance for the Tigers to go forward. And it's Newland of Geelong. Newland a long hand pass out here. Racing for it is Goggin. Goggin is tackled by Burke. Gets his kick to the half-forward flank. Taken by Ricky Graham. Ricky Graham kicks forward. Players go over there. Sherrick fell at the psychological moment. Eales runs forward. Kicks. Out of bounds.
Oh, bad error.
It must have had 30 yards to go into those
Had
goals.
all the time in the world, Ted.
Tell you what, though, Butch, if it was you and I, we probably would have still done the same thing.
Oh,
under those
agreed.
conditions.
Out of bounds.
There's Alan Richardson down.
Ball out of bounds in the forward pocket. Taken here by Ryan. He snaps. Oh, that could have gone through. It might have been touched.
Dean, he's coming out to confer here to Steen's mark.
Tell you what a magnificent mark.
Gee,
Tell
he
you
hurt
what.
himself too.
That was a dead set photo finish.
Oh, come on.
Gee, that must have been close. There's the kick. He's trying a short one here to Swift. Swift in a bit of bother. He gets his kick further round. Here's a go. It's taken by Strang. Strang now kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Brown messes it up. Brown is still going. A hand pass here to Barrett. And Richmond going forward. Barrett at centre half forward. Barrett kicks. They set themselves. Ball to the ground. Taken here by Rosenau. He leans on it. Ganane comes in. There'll be a ball up. There'll be a ball up 25 yards out of the Richmond goal. Can they capitalise on this? All eyes on the ball. It's bounced. The players set themselves. Ronaldson gets a tap down here. Of course it goes to Hart. Hart kicks it high. No mark to Ganane. Ganane is still going. West comes in now. West tries to get out with it.
He's declared a score. It must have been over the line. It's a point. The scores are even.
Oh, those players, they're absolutely gone. They're gone. It's only courage, sheer guts and determination to keep these fellas on their feet. It's almost 15 minutes into the final quarter. West to kick out now from the new stand end. He's favouring the outer flank by the look of it. Oh, good kick too. The players set themselves. Up they go. No mark. Taken by Farmer. Farmer a long hand pass out here. He's looking for Pollinelli. Pollinelli has it. Pollinelli kicks down to the half-forward flank. On the outer side, Sherrick. Sherrick steadies. He kicks. It's there. That's four. 4 goals to Sherrick.
Oh, gee, they've made it hard for themselves now, Richmond. Sherrick, a glorious goal, 15-11 to 13-17, and they are exactly 6 points in front. Ted, what do you think?
Oh, I can say nothing else but tremendous play by Farmer and Pollinelli. To my way of thinking, Pollinelli is the best player on the ground.
The ball about to be bounced from the centre. There they go. Mitchell gets a nice hit. Harry Richardson takes it. Each fumbles. All Farmer struggling there with Barrett. And look at that. And the ball kicked high. Fumbles. Hand passes to Bartlett. Across the face of goal and out of bounds. Tremendous strain these fellas are under. Who's going to be the first team to crack? That's the decision. In goes Ronaldson, pushed away by Mitchell. Northey's in there. Mitchell takes it.
Oh, good play.
And over towards Closter. Closter mark. Gee, they're holding them at the moment, Geelong. Closter kicks in. Marshall's there with Barrett. Barrett punches the ball away.
Who's the first team to crack Butch? That's the only way you can describe this last quarter.
16 and a half minutes gone. There they go. Patterson takes it. He runs in the Goggin. He tries a hand pass. Taken here by Marshall. Marshall now down towards centre half forward. They fly. Oh! Strang. I thought he was going to fumble it, but he comes out with it. Strang now over centre half forward for Richmond. Out towards the pocket, actually. The ball bounces. Taken by West. West heads for the boundary.
That's
Yes.
right.
Throw in.
Gee, I was glad he didn't play that
He
kick out.
couldn't. He couldn't.
Not really. But I've seen them do it in these games, Ted. Farmer suffered with cramp in the third quarter.
He's giving everything, Farmer. Mitchell now, Farmer from behind. There it goes. A chance here for Costa. Costa racing in. Picks up. Costa now tries a short one in. It won't come off. A good mark there to Strang of Richmond. Strang at centre half back. Oh, golly, that was a good mark. Up comes Strang now. He takes his kick up towards centre half forward. They set themselves up. They go. The ball bounces. Oh, here's a chance for Barry Richardson. It's a short one over to Ronaldson. Oh, a good mark. At full stretch, he was able to pull that one in. Ronaldson, oh, he's a long way out. You couldn't see him kicking it. There's Paddy Ganane there. There's the kick. I'll tell you what, this is a ripper. Oh! Give him a chance, but he's kicked it. He's kicked it at least 65 yards from that pocket.
This was 18 minutes we've been playing. For mine, I would have given you 100 to 1, Wallace, in kicking that goal, which...
Definitely, Pat. Ball bounce and scores are even. And who's said about a drawn game? John Northey's on. Goggin hand passes to Newland. Newland gets a short pass out to Polinelli. Polinelli runs around. He stops though. He's going to play on now. A left foot kick in towards full forward. There's a chance for Bill Ryan. He misses it. Down it comes to Perry. Perry in trouble. Wade picks up. He goes for the shot.
Wade.
1 point.
Bull Richardson is off. Bull Richardson is off. And who's on?
Northey. John Northey.
John Perry.
John Perry, I beg your pardon.
As we wait for Swift to kick off. Swift now, again almost in the centre. The players fly for it, and Patterson will be paid the mark. Oh no, there's a free kick going to Barrett.
Against Dennis Marshall.
Barrett now. He kicks to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Racing forward there is Northey. And Northey could be the fellow to swing this, you know. Northey now drives down forward.
He ran over the mark.
Is there.
He ran over the mark, Mike. Over the mark. The umpire's given 15 yards.
Or could he kick it 10?
Oh, I'm not predicting anything.
No, he couldn't kick it from there.
Anything could happen, Teddy. Northey comes up now. He's a good 60 yards out. I'll tell you what, he's put it right into the goal square. They fly. Ganane's there. But down it comes, taken by Goggin. Goggin kicks out to the flank. Costa has it. Costa swings around. He kicks to the wing position. Oh, there's a free. No play on his call. Oh, Barrett should have been paid a free. But it goes to Jewell. Jewell paid the free. Jamie Jewell now kicks into one centre half forward. Players coming out to meet it. Up they all go. Bartlett is marked. Hello, Cramp. Bartlett now at centre half forward, about to drive forward. Up he comes. Puts his boot into it. It's a good one too. It's going to the edge of the goal square. Rosnay comes out to meet it. Ganane has it. Ganane snaps. Out of bounds in the forward pocket on the member stand side.
Were you kidding when you said it could be a draw? It's only 1 point. The difference in favour of Geelong. And the time
is 20 and a half minutes.
Nearly 10 minutes to play. They generally run 30 minutes these quarters. And the ball about to be thrown in. Richmond badly need the goal. Ronaldson with Mitchell and Farmer. Farmer moves in. Mitchell hits out. It's down onto the ground. A mad scramble of players here. And umpire Shields will bounce it. A good decision too.
I bet he was hoping he wouldn't have to give a free there. The bounce of the ball only about 15 yards out from the Tiger goal. There it goes, Bartlett. Oh, he's taken to the ground.
Ball! The wrong decision.
Well, you can argue about that one. There's the ball. Over the boundary line on Richmond's half-forward flank, but it looks like a free kick.
Free kick against play.
It's going to Costa. Wayne Costa of Geelong. Costa now kicks to the wing position on the member stand side. They set themselves. It's over the line and we'll take a throw in. Oh, this is tight. Magnificent.
No one's on the ball for Geelong. Marshall.
Oh, Patterson taken to the ground. He'll get the free. Patterson plays on immediately. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Goggin is there and Goggin marks. They're dog tired, those fellows out there. Goggin now. The old wily veteran kicks to the wing position. Ryan couldn't hold it. Comes down here towards Andrew. Andrew picked up. He drives in towards the centre half forward posse. They fly. Knocked away here by Roger Dean. In comes Strang. Strang, well shepherded, picks up. Kicks down towards centre half forward. Up they go. Yes! Boys Hart. Oh, he's got to play it.
What a strong mark.
Royce Hart is a little wide of centre half forward. Actually runs in towards centre half forward. Drives downstream. Up they go. 22 and a half minutes gone. And Pat Ganane. Ganane is about 40 yards out, directly in front. Big Pat, up he comes. All eyes on him. He kicks. 1 point. 1 point. And scores are level again. Scores are level again. And we are 23 minutes into the final quarter.
32 shots to 27 in Richmond's favour.
Roy West now about to kick in. And it's tremendous atmosphere here at the MCG. Roy West kicking in towards the centre. Royce Hart. What a player this fellow. Centre half corner. He's good. Up he comes now. Good long way out. Couldn't kick the goal, but he's put it up in the air for Ganane. It's all Geelong now. And Mitchell Marsh.
Oh, the atmosphere is electrifying here, Mike, in these last few minutes of the game. Tremendous marking we've seen by both players on both sides.
Oh, into the man on the mark. Down they go. A chance for Northey. He couldn't break clear. They throw themselves on top of the ball.
Ball up.
Yeah, good decision.
Ball up. Ainsworth couldn't get clear. About 30 yards out from the Tiger goal. The ball bounced. There they go, Farmer and Ronaldson. Farmer of Geelong overruns it. A kick off the ground, sends it wide here. Here's a go for Dick Clay. Dick Clay runs into trouble. He gets out of trouble. He's tackled by Goggin. He kicks it high. The ball hits the ground, taken by Royce Hart. He's unloaded by Newland. Newland follows up now, picks it up, and he's grabbed by Paddy Ganane. And the result of that...
Throw-in. A throw-in. And it's right in the forward pocket here for Richmond. They've only got to score. Anything at all will do, a goal or a point. In goes Farmer, interferes, and it's Ronaldson's free kick and an obvious one, and the decision is correct.
That's quite right, Butch.
Oh, boys, let us not enter into arguments at this stage of it. Ronaldson, he kicked a magnificent one before. I won't predict what he'll do here, but he is 55 yards out, kicking from the outer side there. He's already kicked to this fellow. Up he comes, he's concentrating. He kicks. It'll get the distance, I think. It's a goal! 25 minutes gone. 25 minutes gone, and the Tigers are goal in front. Free kick.
Farmer.
It's going to Farmer. A free kick to Polly Farmer right in the centre of the MCG here. We wait for Farmer to take his kick with the Tigers. 1 goal up. He takes his kick. It's a good one too. It's well down towards the pocket. The players set themselves. Down the ball comes to the ground. In comes Goggin. Goggin in a bit of trouble. He's waving his turning. He tries a hand pass to Eales. Oh, look at Eales go. Eales is still going. He gets his kick further down.
Free kick up the field. It's a free kick up the field.
Quite right.
Oh, these players are exhausted.
Who's going to take it?
Graham.
Ricky Graham. Ricky Graham, who came on as 19th man, is 35 yards out on a slight angle. You can see directly in front. Up he comes. Can he make himself the hero? He kicks. It's swinging off. 1 point.
Oh, how would that kid feel, Teddy?
Oh, it's a lot of pressure for him,
Oh,
Butch.
tremendous pressure.
26 and a half minutes gone. Swift tries the short one out here. Will it come off? Yes, it does. Patterson is marked on the half-back flank on the outer side. Mike Patterson. Richmond now. They're going to stall, it looks like. Play out for time. They could get left if they do. There's the kick out there. Knocked away here. Down to the ground it comes. Burke overruns it. John Perry dives on top of it, gets it across to Royce Hart. Royce Hart over to Barry Richardson, back to Royce Hart. Hart in trouble, back to Richardson. Richardson fumbles. Oh, they're as tired as anything, but a big kick sends it down forward. Ganane couldn't hold it. Northey, oh, look at him go. Northey.
Oh, boy.
Could have got the free kick for
Quite,
Van Hell.
quite easily.
He's put it over the boundary line in the forward pocket on the other side, but how cleverly he knocked that ball on in front of him.
I'll have a heart attack in a
There
minute.
they go, Ronaldson and Mitchell. Neither gets a clear tap down. Ainsworth tries a kick off the ground. In they come. Bartlett's there. He backs out of the pack. He steadies. Put it through.
Look at that, fellas. It's not over yet. What's the time, Mike?
27 and a half minutes gone. They actually pushed Bartlett into that.
That's right.
Just on 28 now. What excitement. Can Richmond win their first for about 24 years? The bounce of the ball. The players set themselves. Up they go. Knocked away by Patterson. In comes Barrett. He's tackled by Graham. Barrett's pushing the ball on in front of him. He's still going out there. He's on the half-back flank now on the outer side. He swings around. He kicks it back into the centre. Farmer's there and he marks. He plays on immediately. Over to Costa. Costa now drives down over centre half forward. Wade comes out. Couldn't hold the mark. It's all Richmond down there. Tony Jewell, a long hand pass. Here's a lad in. Eales has it. Eales swings it across. In comes Swift. Swift runs across the face of goals. He gets his kick out to the flank there on the outer side. John Perry has it. John Perry sinks his boot into it. Drives it up towards Barrett. Barrett is waiting there on the wing position on the outer side. And look at him go. Barrett drives it in towards centre half forward. And Barry Richardson has marked.
The score 5 points in front, Richmond.
Scarlett's on for Geelong and Andrews off.
Oh, there it is, 114. 103, he was nice and slow with that score.
11 points.
11 points, I'm sorry. There's the kick. In towards the forward pocket. In they go. Farmer now. He takes it. Hand passes. It's smothered. And he gets it again. Over towards Roy West. It's nicely picked up by Farman. Over here to Ainsworth. Ainsworth tackles it through and it looks like the year of the Tiger. Has the ball out of bounds and the time getting away from Geelong now.
29 and a half minutes gone. 29 and a half. We wait for the throwing. There it goes. Patterson in front. Mitchell from behind gets a tap down. In comes Marshall for Geelong. Marshall a hand pass to Goggin. Oh, Goggin loses possession. He regains it. A hand pass across here towards Graham. Graham throws a hand pass to Marshall. Marshall a long run down. This could be Geelong. They fly. Yes. Play on is the call. Oh, goodness me. Taken by Ryan. He snaps.
Oh, it's a mark for mine.
1 point.
10 points in front now, Richmond. And time dwindling away.
It's right on siren time.
Oh, they deserve this, really. Oh, either side deserves it, but what a glorious game it's been.
30 minutes gone, almost 30 and a half. Swift now kicks out to the outer flank once again, and this move came off before, and he repeats it. Patterson takes the mark. Slowing the play down a bit. Geelong player down there. It could be Sherrick. The kick now from Patterson, it's a poor one. A chance for John Perry, comes in. Perry swings around now, kicks into the centre and Marshall is marked. Geelong fighting this out every inch of the way. What a gallant effort from both teams. Dennis Marshall now, he kicks down forward and oh, Mike Perry spilt it. It's picked up by Goggin. He's unloaded, a kick off the ground by Dean. In comes Goggin once again. Goggin swings around, he kicks. Swift marks in the last line of defence. Swift plays on. Right on the line he marked that. Out to the flank on the outer side. Here's a go for Polinelli. Polinelli picks up. He tries a long one. There's a silent.
And what a magnificent game. And of course, Jack, I think that Freddie Swift definitely marked it behind the line.
Didn't mark it behind the line. Don't start that. You look for excuses. That's what's wrong with Geelong. They're always looking for excuses down there.
I'll say this, I
wrong.
tipped Geelong to win too. It's another mistake I made.
Well, anyway,
you
the
made a
quarter
hell
by
of a
quarter
lot of
scores, we've just seen those. The poster, there it is up there. The Premier's, Jack, look around to your right over there.
you
Look,
are.
how is that?
Well,
What a
power.
poster.
Well, they're a power in football then.
And what a great coach Tommy Hafey was.
Yeah,
He's the
couldn't
best
he
coach Richmond's ever had.
Like,
Jack was a great coach.
Not as good as Tommy Hafey on the record.
Only coached for about 4 years or something, didn't they?
He got 4 premierships with Richmond.
4.
Tommy Hafey, he's a genius.
Well,
I know his wife too, Maureen. She's lovely. And I want to send a cheerio
Oh,
to
who
Mrs.
can?
Yabby too. They're not in the final, but God bless you, Mrs. Yabby. You're carrying that nitwit of a husband as a coach for you, and I hope you keep on helping him because he's got no hope if you don't.
Well, we're going even further back now.
Where to?
1961. And that was a magnificent game, of course. Hawthorn and Footscray. And
There you are.
well, Footscray, Jack. What about that?
Yeah,
Been a
about
bit of
that.
time.
3,000 were there the night to see the final training. 3,000 people.
Yeah,
You couldn't
was
believe
this
that.
vintage football?
Oh, beautiful football. They had some terrific footballers. To win premierships, you've got to have them, Bob, and they had plenty on their side at that stage. Whitten, of course, was going to be out with a bruised thigh, I heard in the finish.
A bruised thigh,
whisper.
Teddy Whitten.
Yeah, he's come through. A bruised thigh. He generally played with a bruised nose, didn't he?
What? Just a minute. What about nowadays with that? What's his name? Hawkins trying to usurp his record.
Well,
Dougie Hawkins.
He's played about 3 minutes in 10 games, hasn't he? God.
We're going to have a look
I
at
must
some...
say this before we go any further, Bob, just the same, it's much harder to play 300 games today than it was in your day. There's more
Why?
pressure on the players today. They've got all the money worries and all that sort of business.
no,
God, if you had all
why
that
don't
worry,
you-
you'd be off your head.
Jack,
How would you like to be getting 150,000 a year and playing 300 games? It's shocking.
150, I think it is too. It's awful. I dream about that. Now we used to get 30 bob.
No.
You weren't worth it
I
either.
remember you telling me, Jack, you got £3 and fed all Lennox Street.
Oh, not all Lennox Street. I lived down the other way. There was other footballers feeding a bit up this way and feeding down there. We mixed those
He
days.
lived,
It was
he
a
lived
lovely
in the toffee
town.
part of Richmond, Docker Street.
Docker Street.
Did he?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some great vintage league teams. We'll be going to commercial now, then we'll be certainly coming back and looking at the league teams. And while we're going up
Listen,
now...
Jack, would you like to come across and have a tiddly with the CIG mini chiller over there?
certainly
Chiller, I
would.
should say.
Well, you off,
I
are
said
you?
mini Sheila. Jack, watch your mic there, and
Yeah.
we're just going very, very slowly. Now, just take your time. I'll just pop you over here,
I'm sorry
John.
to turn the back on you, but I lost my mic.
Yes, good.
You're right there.
Yeah, we're right. Don't
Which way
worry.
we go?
Jack, and I'll have a couple of glasses here. Ah, Jack, can I persuade you to put your fist right around this?
This must be the first time you've ever shouted for me, Lou. In fact, gee, it's cold.
Well, so it should be. It's draft beer straight from the famous CIG Maxi Chill portable beer cooler, Jack.
Great looking unit.
And a great performer too, like you used to be, Jack. The CIG Maxi Chill beer cooler is just the unit for hotels, sporting clubs, banquet rooms, any place where draft beer is wanted instantly, and wanted cold.
The beer in this keg's warm, Lou.
That's right. The CIG Maxi Chill puts an end to cooling your keg. You roll them at room temperature, hook them up to the Maxi Chill, and you've got a long cold beer quicker than you can say my shit. Here, have another one.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, this is lovely. Get your establishment on a cold draft beer now with the portable Maxi Chill beer cooler from CIG. Give the boys at CIG a call on 440251 during office hours. CIG Maxi Chill. Draft beer leaves it cold. I tell you,
Well, it's the longest ad I've ever seen.
he finished up our blotto. We drank about 12 beers, didn't you?
You got a lifetime supply of those products and you're still going at it,
And I
Jack.
tell you, I did that
You all
commercial
both
for nothing
sneak drinkers.
too.
I used to drink
Do
a
you hear what he
couple
said,
of cans.
Jack?
What
You
did he
did
say?
that commercial for nothing.
Oh, he must have slept for weeks.
Well, now we're going back to 1961, and Lewis,
Yes, this
I
is the
think you have to
Hawthorn.
look after the Hawthorn
Well, this is the
side.
Hawthorn team. Let's put it on the board. And of course, John Kennedy, the great John Kennedy, one of the greatest coaches of all times, going for his first flag. His first flag, and incidentally, we won't tell you the result of that because I don't think anyone knows, but we will tell you later on. And of course, into the side is Cunningham for his sixth game, and he's a robe of 5'8". And of course, out of the side is Kevin Connell with a cartilage injury.
Cartilage injury. Listen, Stephen Phillips, you know, your one-time
Mentor.
mentor.
Yeah.
He went in the other day, was walking 10 minutes after he had it done.
That's something I played in the grand final with a broken leg and kicked 6 goals.
And it had mercurochrome on the bone that was poking out, so you wouldn't give people tetanus. I know.
What did I have? What? Mercurochrome.
Mercurochrome.
You wouldn't know. They used to call it iodine, Jack.
Well, Jack,
Jack used to drink the iodine down in Richmond.
just a big news about this game, of course, is
Yes.
that Channel 7 are going to replay the whole match.
And I'll give you
And
some.
guess who the commentators were?
Mike Williamson,
Yes.
Reg Hickey,
Yes.
and the one and only Jeff Raymond.
What's happened to you? Where were you working?
No,
at
I
that
wasn't
stage?
working. I was working at DB. And if you're a smiler, like you look here and you see you and I would call the football. No, that's Ron Casey. and
Ron
I.
Casey and you, you dummy.
We used to call a lot of football 3DB, about 3.5 minutes. We got that 16 race.
What about Jack? Jack's going to give us the Footscray team, and I believe Whitten's in doubt, Jack.
Yeah, well, he was, they said overnight. I hope he wasn't.
Well, he's actually had a bruised thigh.
Jack, I think he played, mate.
Did he play the finish? Well, what's that
Declared himself fit.
Fit, yeah. Well, Evans, Lee and Ware. That Normie?
Yeah.
No, it's not Normie Ware.
It's his son.
Gillard, Boyles and D.E.
If he'd have been playing, then he'd been 97.
Brian, Spargo and Gardner.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not
Barry
bad.
Ian. See Barry Ian there,
McKellar.
Jack. It was a radio
Very big.
breakfast man announcer.
Yeah,
Very
nice,
fantastic
very-
in Adelaide.
Yes,
Come
there's
on.
One. Ian, I don't know much about him at all. He was a ring-in too. Quarrel, he was he was a half-forward flanker, but and a rover. But Whitten was there, captain as usual. Slattery can't place him at all.
Yeah, he's a red-headed fella. He used to lead very quickly.
And Beamish, I don't
Used
know
to
much
jump
about
over
him.
the-
But the Ruck Schultz, I knew him, a very snowy-headed fellow, won the Brownlow medal. McDonald and also Hobbs. Little Hobbs should have the record for the best mark in Australia. In
That's a great
Australia.
Well, Schultz and Buzzy, they're a good pair on the tribunal, Jack. Pretty strong, tough fellas.
Oh, don't get me going, will you?
He
Don't
was a
get
tough
me
player.
going.
Neil Bissey on the try. Was on the try. He used to knock him over.
Oh, he used to run in and knock you down with the shoulder.
Jack, you'll
They
have to
didn't
be
pick you
quiet
up.
because we
Oh, you
want to
pick 'em.
see the last quarter of this grand final.
A butterfly
And it's
knocked
coming
him out.
up.
A butterfly
You're
knocked
trying
him
to
out.
get me bad there.
That's it. Anyway, we're coming to the last quarter of the grand final of 1961.
There goes the bounce of the ball for the fourth and final quarter, and it's Cooper for Hawthorn who gets the tap down. Cooper rising very high there, and a free kick is pulled out of the hat here, going towards Footscray. Let's see who's taking it. It's not Spargo, no. Spargo, the centre man, I thought was taking it for a moment. He's not. Further back to the Gillard of the half-back line, who takes the ball, kicks it onto the half-forward line for Footscray. Chance for Footscray here to come through McKellar. McKellar's kick is not a good one. It gets the ball, though, to centre half forward. Hawthorn have a chance to clear here. Cooper came in, couldn't take the ball, and it's left to Slattery, working well out from goal to kick it down towards the full forward position. Whitten goes high. He can't hold the ball. And Winnicky kicks it away for Hawthorn, out of bounds on the opposite side of the ground. It's now on the members' side of the ground. Out of bounds about 30 yards around from the behind post for a throw-in. Schultz sets himself in the ruck, but still can't get that tap down. Steadhay knocks the ball out to where there's a chance for Law to pick up. He does so, sends it further downfield towards the centre wing position, where Footscray are in through Spargo. Spargo's kick puts them down into attack again. A chance for them here. Oh, Duff, the new man who's on. Gardner has gone off. Duff couldn't hold that one. He's number 16 in there. Has yet to have a kick for the day. He's just come on after half-time. Schwab calls for the ball. Yes, Gardner, after taking a couple of knocks early there, finally Schultz does get the knockdown, sends it in the arms of Graham Eon. However, Hawthorn have got it away down towards the centre wing position and over the line and out of bounds. Footscray doing the attacking anyway, Reg.
Oh, very much so, Jeff. But I'm not getting too much result out at the moment. They've got to score to get anywhere near the finish of this game. I'm rather interested in trying to pick up who's roving.
They're
Footscray.
roving Eon, I think. Graham
that's the
Eon
one,
looks
that's
to be
the-
on the ball, Reg.
That's the one, I think, yes.
Anyway,
Brendan
Brendan Edwards has got the ball. He's been doing so much damage for Hawthorn there in the centre today. Only to see Charlie Evans get dumped. Comes back into it again. There's Evans still playing the ball on in front of him. Picks it up, wearing a bandage on his right elbow, incidentally. Well, there's a chance for Mort to mark. He couldn't do so. And back to the centre wing position comes the ball. And over the line, I think, when that mark was taken. It was taken by Hay, but I think it might have been over the line.
That's right, Jeff. It was
Yes,
over the line.
And the boundary umpire is getting the ball back. He looked to me as though he was just over the line when he grabbed the ball in. Now, on the throw-in. Hello, there's an infringement towards against Schultz here, I think. Yes, and John Peck of Hawthorn will be taking it. Peck, who started off at full forward, is now rucking for the Hawks. And rucking mighty well, too, because Schultz has been almost shut out of the game. Graham Arthur gets caught in possession of the ball. Gary Young punches it along. It looked to be just over the line there. However, Gary Young got his hand to the ball, sent it along to where picks the ball up, sends it back to where Mort gets it and kicks it out of bounds.
You get the impression here that Hawthorn are slightly coasting along a bit. Hoyle's in possession, sends it to Spargo. Spargo working well away from the centre of the ground, overruns the ball and lets Hawthorn in. His opponent comes in, Brendan Edwards. Brilliant with the ball, gets flattened after he'd kicked it, but not heavily. His kick goes out of bounds in front of Hoyle's. On the throw-in, it's Hill in front of Schultz, who gets the tap down. Oh, Graham Arthur was underneath that one. There he is, picking himself up now. He's all right. Well, nearly all right.
I like that bit, Jeff. Nearly all right.
Further down towards the goals here. There's a chance for Hawthorn. No, I think there might be a ball up. No, he's found a free kick out of it. And it's going Footscray's way. It's being taken by Evans. Yes, Evans taking the free kick in the back pocket for Footscray. Not a good kick, but it goes to Schultz. Oh, and Schultz has done that a lot. He dropped that one right onto his tummy, and he let it fall to the grass. Hawthorn trying to get into attack through Fisher, who passes backwards over his shoulder to Cunningham. Cunningham has a shot for goal, but it'll go out of bounds by the behind post. Little Cunningham coming in today in place of Connell, who was injured for Hawthorn. I think Reg has done a pretty good job round the packs.
Oh, very good, Jeff. I think they've had the bite round the packs. Both Hawthorn Rovers have outdone the Footscray Rovers all day long, I think.
Well, here's a further chance for Hawthorn through Mort. Mort couldn't get his boot to the ball. Cunningham still in there, gets pulled and pushed down to the ground. Footscray have a chance to clear here, but a bit slow. And Uren comes in, a nice hand pass across to Fisher, to his opposite wingman, and Fisher's kick, a left footer, is actually going a little bit further away from goals. However, Ian Law, the Rover, no, he can't get his hands to it. There's a chance now for Brown. Brown gets caught in possession, and the kick will go against him. Footscray are out of trouble temporarily. Hoyles will take the kick.
Jeff, it's very noticeable to me at the moment. I think both sides are feeling the pressure now, and the players steady down quite a bit to what it was in the previous three quarters. I suppose
Yes.
only natural, but they're
Yes,
getting a bit
Reg.
tired.
Well, it has been played at a cracking pace all day. Footscray have got the ball across the centre line, only to find MacArthur. John MacArthur at centre half back, sending on to Gary Young. Is it?
It's Gary.
Gary Young, who's taken the mark at centre half forward. Coming into the game a bit more now is Gary Young. In fact, he's had the better of Hoyles, I would say, Reg, today.
I think a little bit, Jeff, yes, just a wee bit. He can only kick straight. Look at that one.
That's a shocking kick, isn't it? Very bad kick indeed. Hobbs was there. Hobbs is not making much pace, but he does take the hand pass to put his team out of trouble, getting the ball to the centre wing position. It's a great old struggle going on there, and it's Cam McPherson who gets it across to Brendan Edwards. Brendan Edwards too strong, a little bit too fast. Down to Colin Uren. Uren down to the half-forward place, at the half-forward position. Schultz has the ball, can't get rid of it. Charlie Evans gets pulled when not in possession and will take a free kick, I think.
Jeff,
Him getting up off the carpet
on
now.
the day, he's been a rather solid little player back there, little Charlie, my boy, you know.
Yes,
Done
I would
quite
say
well.
he's possibly been the pick of the backmen today.
I think so.
In spite of those few fumbles very, very early in the match. He's been trying all the time. He's done a lot of work for Footscray in the defence position. Well, there's his kick. It's a good one, too, to the centre of the ground, but one-handed the Footscray player flies. However, Footscray come out with it. It's down in their scoring zone. Now there's a chance to Slattery, who the redhead, he slips over at the last minute, allows Kane to pick up the ball. Kane is hotly tackled by Stewart, but he gets his kick. And the ball is just about the centre wing, favouring Footscray territory very, very slightly. Yes, it's almost coming back now towards the half-forward flank position. Here's the throw-in. Winnicky's in there, so is Ware and John Peck. It's Winnicky who gets the tap down. Oh, look at Teddy looking for a place to pass the ball to. Couldn't find anybody, and it's Uren clearing easily for Hawthorn. Down to the centre half-forward position, a chance for Law. Law overruns the ball. Mort is in there. Still Hawthorn into attack here. Peck passes back. Picked up by Schultz. Schultz, a hand pass out of trouble. It's going across towards the boundary. And there we see Brown picking up, sending it back to the goal square again, where Footscray should clear through the agency of Lee. Have done so. towards the stand wing. And on the stand wing now we see some Fisher picking up and getting rolled. In possession of the ball, says the umpire, so the kick will go to Bryant, his wing opponent of Footscray. That's Bryant on his lonesome there, looking for a short pass, a lead, and he's got it too. The ball being taken by Graham Ian, who was roving a while back. It looks as though he might have gone back on the half-forward line now. Perhaps the flank, because Cam McPherson's on him. Marked by Winnicky, not allowed, says the umpire. Goes out to where Stead Hay picks it up. He can't get rid of it. Trying to come through with sheer face is Spargo. Runs near the boundary line, but not over. Takes his kick to Spargo. Here's a chance for Footscray to get another goal here with a mark in front of the pack. A kick off the ground by Slattery. And it's Cooper, or Hill, Cooper who relieves for Hawthorn. Footscray, another chance here through Quarrell. Quarrell's left foot kick, though, goes over the line and out of bounds. Well, Reg, they just can't get it down to those goals.
No, Jeff, it appears to me that generally all round Hawthorn are the stronger side now, and they are tackling Footscray at every attempt they get the ball, and I think will win this game. Look at the dash of that boy going in just now. Between the three Hawthorn to your end, he's coming up the centre of the ground now with a nice long punt up to centre half forward position. It's going to be up to Charlie, my boy, Evans, to hold on.
Well, there's Charlie Evans, firm in defence as usual, and Uren, my word, what a great game he's playing, Mike.
He certainly is, Jeff. There's the ball down into the centre now. Footscray, as you can see, they're fumbling. Their players just don't seem to be able to hold those marks. Even Hobbs then, I wasn't too sure about that one. However, he plays on when the mark has been taken by Duff. Gives Footscray a great chance to score here. Boy, they need about 4 quick ones. Duff is about 30 yards out, almost in front. There's his kick off the side of the boot, and 1 point only is the result. Well, it looks as though Bert Deacon shortly, congratulations will be in order for the Hawks. However, we'd like to take this opportunity of congratulating our director, Alf Potter. I'm sure all of you watching this telecast at home have enjoyed the pictures you've seen. They're the result of the great work done by our cameraman and our crew here, and especially the work of our director, Alf Potter. There's Killer Kane kicking out now, right to the centre of the ground. Up they go. Edwards almost pulled that one down. However, it's on the ground. A chance for Bryant here. Gets his foot to it, sends it to the centre half forward position. Oh, virtually nobody home for Footscray. It gives MacArthur a chance to tear through there. It's all Hawthorn, as you can see. However, out it comes to Footscray now. It's Ian who kicks the ball down to the half forward flank, over the line and out of bounds. There's the throw-in. Oh, Footscray, Ware missed that badly. However, it's on the ground. It's picked up now by Fisher. Fisher drives it up towards Hawthorn's half-forward flank. Schultz gets his hand to it over Graham Arthur, puts it over the boundary line. Once again, Herb has the opportunity of throwing in. There's the throw-in. Up they go. Whitner's in the ruck for Footscray. Gets it down. Ian not quick enough to get to the ball. And it goes out once again. It's on Hawthorn's half-forward flank. There you can see, you probably saw then the pattern of the game. One fellow looking after Schultz and the other fellow going for the knockout. Makes it very, very hard for any ruckman. But John Schultz is struggling on. Good tactics by Hawthorn. In comes Schultz again. That time he almost got it. Went down heavily. The ball's up to the forward position for Hawthorn, and the mark has been pulled down there by Hill. Hill drives towards the teeth of goals. They set themselves. Up they go. No mark pulled down. Hawthorn still trundling it on. Bernie Lee jumps on top of his opponent there. Hoyles is in there also. Let's see what umpire Frank Swab is going to do with it. I'll have a bounce, chaps, he says. There's the bounce of the ball. Graham Arthur gets it. Comes down now where the kick is taken, and 1 point only. The Hawthorn bugler, you've probably read about him. He's having a great time here. Hawthorn 9-16, Footscray 6-7. Well, it looks like a miracle is needed, Bert.
They couldn't possibly pull it out, Mike. Not the way the game's going at the moment. Hawthorn's right on top, every department. There's 13 minutes more to go, and they're well on top, Hawthorn. No fears.
13 minutes actually gone, Bert. Yes, there might only be 13 minutes to go, too. Well, there's the ball in the centre of the ground now. Hawthorn into attack once again. Winicky puts a funny old left foot to it. Up it goes. It's punched away there by Charlie Evans. Down on the ground again. Hawthorn, too strong. Morton Brown gets his boot to it. Sends it to the teeth of goals. Up they go. No mark pulled down. Footscray has the opportunity to clear here through Barry Ian. Comes round. He bounces the ball once, twice. Eventually puts his left foot to it. Drives it down to the wing position. There's a great race going on here between McCullough and Stead Hay, but the ball beats them both. There's a throw in. Teddy Whitten in there for Footscray. Gets a knockdown too to McCullough. Oh, he's met by just about everybody you could imagine. A real reception committee was awaiting him as he came out with that ball. And eventually he'll take his kick. Boy, he met some opposition with that one. He's on the wing position on the members' side of the ground. Here's his kick. Down towards the forward pocket. Nobody able to mark. It's on the ground. Law comes in defence for Hawthorn. Drives to the wing position. The mark is taken there by Spargo. Spargo handballs across very quickly to Barry Ian. Ian gets his kick down to the centre half forward position. Everybody has a chop at it. Nobody gets it. It's on the ground. Players going in. And eventually the free kick has been given to Charlie Stewart, the 19th man for Footscray, who came on. Footscray have lost two players, Beamish and Gardner. Stewart's kick, it's a drop kick, it's a high one, doesn't cover a great deal of distance, however it's right down into the forward zone. But Hawthorn drive them out once again to the half-forward flank. Here's a chance now for Bryant. He handballs across. Duff has it. Duff is trying to punch it across to Stewart. Can't do so. And eventually it's Cam McPherson who drives the Hawks out of danger to see Morton Brown marked there on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Hawthorn into attack once again. Uren has it, running up on the half-forward flank, driving down towards the forward pocket where the mark is spilled by Hill there. However, Footscray clearing now. Here's a chance for Fisher. Fisher picks up, drives right into the teeth of goal, and the mark is taken effortlessly by John Peck, the vice-captain, full forward come ruckman. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Well, Mike, there's an amazing thing. It is a goal. No, it is a goal. It looked like as if it only made a point. I'm terribly surprised about that. It looked to go off the side of his boot, but obviously no, and it's a goal.
Well, I think 100,000 people also thought it was a behind. You could hear the silence, if I may use the term, that came over the ground, because I think that everybody thought that he'd kicked a point. When I said, goodness gracious me, I remember labelling him to kick a goal earlier in the match, and he went off the side of his boot.
He did exactly that, Mike. Yes, interesting to note, too, that people are starting to stream off the ground, even at this early period.
Well, here viewers can see history being made. Hawthorn well on the way to their first premiership ever. However, the Bulldogs are still in it. They're going down fighting. Into attack again. Whitten sets himself, flies high, but cannot take it. The judgment just wasn't there. Hawthorn clearing now. Plenty of Footscray fellas down there, but they can't do much with it, and the free kick goes Hawthorn's way to John Winicky. Winicky there, almost on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. His kick, he must be pretty tired. It would covered about 60 yards, 30 up and 30 down. The mark has been taken for Footscray out there on the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Footscray back into attack. Right into the teeth this one goes. Oh, Whitten is swamped by Hawthorn opponents then. The ball is on the ground. It's picked up by Cunningham, it looks like. Cunningham drives out of danger. Two Footscray fellas fly for it, but eventually it must be Ware who will take the mark. Ware just wide of the centre, looking for Hobbs. Hobbs takes the mark. Hobbs is running into to goal for them, and it's through. It's through for Footscray. 18 minutes of this quarter have gone. There's the scoreboard. 10-16 to 7-7. 10-16 to 7-7. Well, I want to rattle on about 4 quickies, Bert, to be in it.
It'd be a miracle, Mike. I don't think they can do it, but of course it's not over yet until the final siren is rung.
There's the bounce of the ball now. Schultz gets the knockdown. However, it goes straight to Cooper. Cooper gets his boot to it, sends it up towards the half-forward flank. In they come now. Morton Brown gets it, left foots it up to the goal mouth. Mark not pulled down by Bernie Lee. Charlie Evans chips in and drives Hawthorn out of the danger zone. The ball is on the half-forward flank for Hawthorn on the outer side of the ground. Looks as if the 19th man for Hawthorn is coming on. John Kennedy must think that he's got it won, or perhaps somebody's injured. However, another goal to Hawthorn through Ian Moore. Screwed around on his left foot and popped it through. Just trying to put, there's the scoreboard. Just trying to pick out who is going off for Hawthorn. The 19th man is on, that is Nalder. What a 19th man to have, Bert.
He's a beauty. He's a beauty, all right, going around
There's
the
Nalder
outside.
going, you just saw a glimpse of him then going around the outside.
And he's going to replace Cunningham.
Cunningham is going off. Well, Footscray not giving in. There's Hobbs with the ball in the centre of the ground, drives it down to the centre half forward position. Whitten flies high, just can't hold it. However, Slattery is the one who takes that mark. Slattery's a fair distance out. He'd be 50 yards out from goal. Here he comes. There's his kick. Up the distance, not the direction. 1 point only is the result. Well, there's the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard tells the story. Hawthorn, had they kicked straight, it would have been a lot further in front. But they haven't, and here is Killer Kane to take the kick off. There's his kick to the outer side of the ground as Jeff Raymond and Reg Hickey resume the description.
Well, we said beforehand that we weren't going to nominate unless the scores were pretty discrepant who was going to be the winner, but at this stage I think we can safely say that Hawthorn have got themselves a premiership. Right, Alf? Yes, Alf Potter, our director, says we can nominate now, so...
Well,
gentlemen, Hawthorn have got themselves a premiership, eh?
I'd like to be sure of Tattersall.
Well, all congratulations to them, John Kennedy and the boys. There's Footscray still battling on, but without any purpose at all. And they're being kept well out of trouble there by Stead Hay. Now the throw-in to take place on the half-forward flank. Footscray, attacking zone. Over his head, but Fisher comes out with the ball for... Oh, dear. Teddy Whitten went down then very solidly after Nalder, who'd just come on. Nalder has come on so that he could have a bit of a show. Teddy Whitten got the free kick, passed it across, a hand pass to Bryant, and I reckon Bryant's gone for holding the ball. No. Whether umpire Schwab at a case like this is being a bit lenient on him, I don't know, Reg, but he looked as though he was gone then.
I thought so, Jeff, too.
Yeah. Peck's in there for Hawthorn. He gets the tap down. Comes out. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful football. Very, very clever football on the part of Hawthorn, who are doing what they like in these closing stages of the game. Even Hoyles there didn't quite know what to do. Ware comes around with a try. Oh, look at this. Look at this inept football on the part of poor Footscray. Where they did everything right last week, they can't do a thing right this week.
Well, Jeffy, I think they've been bustled by a far better and more intelligent side at the moment.
Yes.
That handball down along the ground here is beautiful. That
Yes,
tap
we
along
mustn't
the
say that Footscray have lost it because Hawthorn have actually won it. Their
That's
football
right.
has been strong and on occasions brilliant. But I think strength is the keynote to their success, Reg.
Very much, and a lot of intelligence, Jeff, I think. A lot of intelligence. Now,
Yes.
you've seen fellas tap the ball down along the ground here. Oh, yes, Alf, there's some paper dropping across your screen.
Yes.
There's coming down from upstairs. Some of the boys upstairs, Footscray people are turning up their flags, perhaps, or something like that.
That was John MacArthur relieving for Hawthorn, getting it down to Colin Uren. Uren further downfield for Hawthorn. Still they're attacking. They reckon they haven't got enough on the board yet. Down into the full forward position where there's a chance for Law. Law couldn't mark the ball, and Footscray have cleared it back, only to see Uren in control again. Uren underruns it, but he'll pick it up again. I think he's got time to turn around, recover. turn out of trouble, get his left foot to the ball, put it right onto the half-forward flank for Hawthorn. 3 Hawthorn players there, one of them must get it. It'll be a kick for goal, and it could go through again for another goal, and it has! Nalda. What a handy player this is, Reg, to have coming on as your 19th man.
He's a handy boy and a 19th man, Jeff. He could be in my side any time, this chap, but still, that's just how strong Hawthorn are at the moment. Now they're bringing on, notice running around the boundary, Phil Hay, whom I think Hawthorn will deservedly give a run on the ball because he's been a very great 19th or 20th man.
Yes, there he is now. He's just waiting to go on. Who's going to come off for Hawthorn? Academic interest only in the football now as to how much Hawthorn will win by. Brendan Edwards, who's been brilliant all day, gets the ball out onto the wing. However, Footscray could go into attack here through the person of Hoyles, their centre-half back. However, it's out of bounds. Both 19th and 20th were on at the start of this quarter for Footscray, and now Hill, it looks as though Hill has come off for Hawthorn, and Hay has gone on. That's P. Hay, not Stead Hay has been on since the start of the match. Well, Footscray is still going in hard. That's Bryant, number 37, with the ball. Getting it across to Teddy Whitten. Teddy Whitten unopposed, elects for a short pass, which comes, oh no, Graham Ian caught at centre-half forward, hurled to the ground, and the kick must go to Hawthorn, and is. John MacArthur.
He's been a stalwart, Jeff, hasn't he?
Oh, he's played a wonderful game. He did pretty well on noughts and crosses once, too, as a matter of fact, as a contestant, Reg.
Yes,
Well, there's time on only to play. 25 minutes have gone. That's Bob Ware. We can see number 4 getting a free kick for Footscray. Ball comes back to him now. There's Ware's kick to the centre wing position. Fisher has a chance here for Hawthorn to put them into attack again. Gets his foot to the ball, sends it down to the full forward zone. Ware can't mark it, and coming out is Hay for the 20th man for Hawthorn. Gets caught in possession of the ball, but hand passes it across very well to Gary Young to see it go straight down the throat. Let's see who this is at centre-half forward. Brown. Brown's come in from the flank. He's waving his arms about there, everything not to his satisfaction. Charlie Evans may be encroaching a bit on his mark. There's Brown's kick, and it's through for another goal to Hawthorn. Well, there are the scores on the board. 13-16 Hawthorn, Footscray 7-8. Thanks very much, Reg Hickey. It's been fun working with you. I think I'll give it away now. Mike Williamson, take it.
I see. Right. Well, as Jeff pointed out...
Guess who I was barracking for.
It's all over by the shouting. And the Bulldogs are still trying hard to, salvage what they can out of it. But even the luck of the game is going against them. The free kick will go to Stead Hay there on the half-back flank. Stead puts the Hawks into attack again. John Schultz fails to mark. A great power in the first half, Schultz, but the backroom boys of Hawthorn found the answer to him in the second half. There is John now, gets the ball, drives it up towards the centre-half forward position. Nobody able to gain possession. Whitten comes in hard there. Through comes Duff for Footscray. He's trying. There seems to be a little bit of dissension further back between two players. Not very matey at all, actually, Bert.
Not too matey, but who would be now? After all, I'm right alongside you, sneaked in.
Right now, into attack once again comes Hawthorn. They're not letting up one iota. They're going to make a real bird of this premiership. Johnny Hoyles clears for the Bulldogs down to the half-forward flank. A little wrestle going on, and it looks like Colin Uren will take the kick. Colin Uren just about in the centre of the ground, a little wide of the centre, favouring the outer side. There's his kick, right up towards where Teddy Whitten has the chance to mark. No, he spills that one. Teddy flick pass to Bobby Ware. Ware clears towards the outer side of the ground. Oh, hello, Quarrell dropped that one. Quarrell's been very quiet in the second half. Don't you think, Bert? Very quiet, John
Oh,
Cole.
yeah, John Cole's been very quiet, Mike. The whole Footscray side's been a bit quiet since half-time, of course. Hawthorn hasn't given them one chance.
Well, the brilliant Footscray, the speed that we saw in the first half is missing. If you'll remember back to the first half, I've no doubt you were amazed and delighted with Footscray's football, but since half-time, it's been non-existent. There is Slattery pulling down a lovely mark for Footscray.
Might be a bit far for him, Mike, this one, I think.
Could be now. He'd be pretty weary by now. He's about 40 yards out from goal. Coming in now to take his kick. It's got the distance, all right, but 1 point only is the result. Well, as I said earlier, history, you can see the scoreboard. The historic scoreboard here at the MCG. Hawthorn's first premiership flag coming up. They've been playing just over 29 minutes in this quarter. So Hawthorn, you can start deciding where to put that flag out there at Glenferrie Oval. There's a mark taken for Footscray on the half-back flank. Umpire Swab isn't going to pay it by the look of things. Let's see what he's going to do. He decides a ball up. There's the ball. The Wren comes in. There's the final siren. The final siren. And Hawthorn are premiers.
And there are the quarter-by-quarter scores of the 61 grand finals. You can see an overwhelming victory for Hawthorn. And now we'll look at their poster, Jack. Look at that mighty hawk there.
Was that the first time it came out?
Yeah, very first. It's the only one they ever won, Jack. It was the first time.
And who was the best player on the ground?
Brendan Edwards. No
And
good.
how many kicks did he get?
52.
That's not the record. Barry Cable holds the record
Peter
for 100
Featherby.
133 kicks in one game. He was getting a kick every 3 seconds.
Who?
Barry Cable in a match for Subiaco, one of those teams over there.
Hayden Bunton Jr. got more than that.
How many did he get?
187.
Oh, but they
In a
were
game?
Yeah, he kicked it to himself.
They were
going
easy
up
to
and down
get
the
over
ground.
in West Australia and South Australia. Like, I could go over and smoke the cherry wood all the time.
Make the cherry.
Well, Jack, you might say some ridiculous things, but I was out at the North Melbourne ground one night
Yes.
talking to some of the great patrons of the game.
Is
and
this
this
true,
is what
though?
this is
True,
true.
because you're
now
noted
watch
for
this
lies, you
fella.
know.
No, watch this fella. Here's some nice vintage film that we used to take right back in. I can't remember when it's that far back, to be truthful.
I tried with
Here he comes. Now you watch and listen. We have a look at what happened at North Melbourne tonight, there, please.
You've seen some good players out in the ground, do you? What about Lou or Jack? You ever see them play out?
Louis. Louis who?
Lou Richards, the champion.
Oh, the champion. Pat Kelly's mate.
Pat Kelly, yeah.
Pat's mate. Pat knocked him out in front of the Collingwood Social Club.
He did?
Downed him. Yeah. Carried him off and Dyer.
Yeah, Jack will be here tonight too.
Big Jack. He got the first match he ever played. He got carried off on the stretcher
Who?
against North.
Who fixed him up?
Big John Lewis. Downed him in front of the Richmond stand.
In front of the Richmond stand?
Tell me what.
Well, tell me now, what about the team last week? Did you watch them play last week?
Did I watch them play? I've come from Cairns to see North play.
Well, you're going out to Waverley. You got a ticket for a start.
No, got one?
I'll give you one, yeah,
Thank
just a
you.
minute, yeah.
All
Afterwards,
right.
afterwards.
All right, thanks, no.
Well, who'll they pick this week?
Oh, I don't know. No changes, I wouldn't think, would they?
Or did you see training Tuesday night?
Training Tuesday night. No, yes, I was there, yeah, of course I was there.
Is Ick all right?
Oh, he's perhaps having a lend of them.
Having a lend of them, was he? Well, what about, how's he go with Laurie? With Laurie Ick?
Laurie?
Young Stephen?
Laurie
Wouldn't
pull his socks out.
Don't say, he never used to punch me, did he?
He chased you from one end of the North ground to the other.
Well, we hope that North's good luck continues in the finals.
Oh, yes, they'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
4 big years, haven't we?
Louis hasn't tipped them for how long?
Louis. Fancy going to the race and listen to the Louis. When he's up with no boots and socks on.
Thanks very much, Joe. Good on you.
Thanks.
Oh, isn't he cool? Where'd you find him? Behind the gasometer?
Joey O'Keefe.
Oh, finish up knocking him right out when I see him. He's got those papers he's got under his arm there. That's 1955 Heralds, you know. He's really up with the times, Joey.
He's very nasty about Johnny Lewis, Jack.
Was he?
Did Johnny Lewis defeating him knock you out?
He did too, but that's,
did
that's
too.
a long time ago. Long.
Well, tell me
I was only a boy.
your real experience in the finals, in the grand final, in one of the grand finals, Jack.
Well, I think the worst thing I ever done in my life was I called Mr. Hickey Mister. Reg Hickey.
Yes, what, in 37?
And that was no,
Or
31.
31?
31. I kicked him, I beat him, I did everything. And I thought after the match, you know, when he said, "What's your name, son?" I thought he was going to hit me.
And what did he say to you?
I said, "Dyer, Mr. Hickey."
Dyer, Mr. Hickey. Oh, well, that's
Then I ran for me
I
life.
thought you'd say diarrhea.
Oh. Well, I've had a few years to think about it now. What about that fella? Was he telling the truth, Jack, or not?
Oh, like he's a ratbag.
He's sticking up to you. What was he drinking? Blue kerosene or something?
Oh.
Tell you what, there's a nip in the air that bloke could drink it. Who is he?
He was talking a bit of sense there about that back line, though, just to say you were
you're an
frightened
idiot.
to go down there,
I wish-
Louis. You was frightened to go down there.
I didn't like North Melbourne with Pat Kelly and but the bloke that worried me more than Pat Kelly and Ted Gerrard was a bloke called Laurie Ick. Because Ted Gerrard, I said to Ted Gerrard at the Paran Market one day, who was the toughest player he ever played against? He said, I didn't play against him, I played with him. Laurie Ick was he said, my teammate. He said, when he ran down the race, he used to froth at the eyes.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something else too. They wouldn't come off, the Ravens wouldn't come off
No.
the ball but to go down to see Kelly.
Oh, no,
And
he
to finish
was
up, he
worse.
pleaded with him rather than
And who took his place?
And he went down there and
Albert Mantella.
And bang, broke
That
his
was
jaw.
another one.
Never
Now,
seen the game
look,
at all.
I wasn't going to do this, but I will give you a bit of a chance.
What?
Have you got a recipe?
I have, and I'll tell you what they
Is
are.
this a new one?
They're stuffed Frankfurts, as Jack Dyer used to call them, stuffed frangers.
Frango.
The old frangers, Jack, remember them?
Frango, 6 months each.
What do you need?
Well, Jack used to blow his frangers up.
You know, beyond the Richmond ground.
And that was the day before AIDS.
Fill them up with water and stand in the balcony and drop all the people going
At
past.
Richmond, you know, you come past that, just around the side of that grandstand, and he had his kerosene tin there
Yeah, with his
the
frangers
fire
in.
underneath it, and the frangies there, and he's going for his life a
Gee,
second time.
hey, that'd be
and it tipped
fantastic.
over. They all went down.
Yeah.
So he picked them all up.
and threw them in again.
Hey, but wouldn't that be fantastic, Jack? Wouldn't that be
Sexpence
fantastic
frangers.
using hot frangers? God, you'd be in trouble, wouldn't you?
The fella at Clunes that used to sell them at Clunes used
I
to
knew
say,
you'd go one better.
used to say, eat 'em here and die around the corner. Come on, give us something.
Well, pardon me, these are stuffed Frankfurts, and these are fantastic. You need 2.5 cups of well-seasoned mashed potato, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1/3 cup of finely chopped onion, 1/4 cup of chopped parsley, 1 tablespoon of chopped green pepper, 10 Frankfurts, 1 tablespoon of
Jackson,
prepared
this is a
mustard.
French lesson.
No, it's not. And 1/2 cup of grated sharp cheese. That's, you know, tasty cheese.
Oh.
Now, this is what you do. You combine the potato, butter, onion, parsley, and green pepper. Mix well. Split the Frankfurts lengthwise, but do not cut them right through. And then spread a surface of mustard on that part where you've cut them, and place in the hollow, and place into a shallow grease baking dish, right? Now, pile or pipe the potato mixture into the Frankfurts and sprinkle with grated cheese.
Get some better glasses,
So, you bake at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes, and you've got these beautiful frangers stuffed.
Yeah.
And they've got this mashed potato mixture, and they are sensational.
Is
Bob.
this what you take to the football?
Well,
Right,
when
you're
Ed
living
and I
high
take
then.
a hamper to the football in the outer.
Yeah. Well, look, just while you're doing the... I just happened to find this in my pocket. Margaret's given me, I've got to get some broccoli, beans, pumpkins, apples, bananas, carrots and lettuce. That's my list for today.
Well, you've had that since 1964.
No wonder we're hungry at home. It's unbelievable. Now, Jack, I think we'll go and have a look at the Melbourne team.
Oh.
Because we're looking at 1964 now.
64, give us a look at it.
Yes. There we go.
They had some good footballers in this one. The Barassi bobbed up in this one, did he not?
Yes.
There he is. They are the great footballer. I never thought he'd make a footballer when he first started, Bob. You know that?
Who?
By Joe Brass. He came out of his shell, this fellow, like he was only a medium-sized fellow. And,
Very small, Jack. Was
yeah,
he the first ruck raver, Jack?
I think
No.
he could have. No, it wouldn't be. but-
Harold Rumney was.
Back flanker, he never got out of that.
Harold Rumney was the first ruck rover in the days of Leader Collie and
will
Sid
you
Coventry.
stop it, Brass and Man? The Man was a very good footballer too
Yeah.
at the same time. And Crompton, he, of course, did some shocking things. Tassie Johnson was very good.
Yeah.
Anderson, Rowett, not bad. It wasn't a sort of, the names didn't, except Brassey's about the only one that you remember sort of out of
What
those.
about Williams? He was a pretty good player.
Johnny Williams?
Yes, but he's playing in the centre there. He's half-back flank. He made his reputation half-back flank.
We're going
He was
over to
brilliant,
look.
he was.
Well, Jack, we'll have a look at Lewis's team, the Collingwood team.
Oh, this is
It's
the
going to
Collingwood
come up.
team.
This will be big.
Let's
And
have
of
a look
course,
at this.
Collingwood out of the side is Max Urquhart. That's rather strange because he polled best in the Brownlow for Collingwood.
Yes.
I think, and Kenny Turner, 150 games is out of the
Well,
team.
his son's out of the team now, too.
Oh, well, he's retired.
Oh,
young
retired,
Kenny.
is
Yeah, he gave good service, and so was Kenny, a great player. But into the side comes Mickey Bone. Remember little Mickey Bone? Couldn't
Mickey
he go
Bone.
in? He wasn't
He
a great
pointed at
rover, but
everyone.
by golly, he was a trier. And, of course, Ronnie Reeves goes into the back pocket. There's the team, and Ted Potter, finished up playing at centre-half back for Collingwood.
Remember
Great
that day
player.
he hit big John Nichols, put
I
26
tell you what,
stitches in
he
his
knocked
eye.
him out, didn't he?
Who?
Teddy
Ted
Potter.
Potter.
Oh, gee, Potter, yeah, it was accident, huh?
An
Yeah.
accident.
Certainly an accident. Tell you what, he knocked Big John down, didn't he?
Oh,
He did, he
so.
bounced.
That's a pretty good Collingwood side, but unfortunately we didn't win because you notice that Crompton came up the ground. He was told not to go past the centre. It's not the game yet. We haven't seen the game. I'm going to tell you a bit
you're not
about
allowed
it.
to.
Well, you, like most people
I've got
know.
one other secret, too.
Well, I'll tell my secret first. He went up the ground. Now keep this to yourselves, you people that are watching
yeah.
the show. He went
Mine's
up the ground.
Mine's the best rumour
Wait
of
a
all
minute,
time.
Bob. Smith said, don't go past the centre. He goes past the centre, gets the ball, kicks the winning goal, and Smith kissed him after the game. Had he missed the goal, Smith would have knocked him right out.
Tell me that story about when Jack Regan missed the goals at Collingwood and went up to Jock McHale and said...
Yeah, well, listen, Jack Regan first started as a half forward, finished up being the best fullback the game's ever known.
Well,
but he was
one of
only
the
a
best. I agree with
17-year-old kid playing on the half forward line, and it's minutes to go at the Brunswick Street Oval playing Fitzroy, and Collingwood are down by 3 points, and Jack Regan takes a mark about 45, 50 metres out. And it's a beautiful kick, and he said to Sid Coventry, who was captain, he said, Sid, what'll I do? And Sid said, you better kick a bloody goal or you won't get home tonight. So the kid goes back, Jack Regan, misses. When he goes back in the rooms, he sees old Jock sitting. He used to sit there with his head down, his felt head all curled up like that, not looking up. And Jack, being a good Catholic boy, went up and said, Mr. McHale, I'm terribly sorry. And old Jock looked up and said, you arsehole. He said, go and throw yourself in the Yarra, will you?
And don't forget to come up.
Well, that's the...
I toned that down a bit,
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Well, now, I've got this huge rumour.
Yeah?
I think it's Barassi's last game with Melbourne.
Is that right?
Yes, I got a whisper, Jack, that he might be going to Carlton next year.
And also
As
Bluey
captain
Adams
and
playing his
coach.
last game, yes.
Who?
Louis Adams.
But Barassi might go to... He's going to leave Melbourne.
Never leave Melbourne. Oh, I don't know. Must have been a bit of money around then, too, somewhere.
Jackie does go, but keep it to yourself, will you?
Let's go. Yeah. Oh,
Well, let's go and have a look
I've
at
been
the...
everywhere, man.
Jack, we want to look at this magnificent last quarter of
All right.
Melbourne and Collingwood. The whole game? This is the Rothmans game. We're going to see highlights and everything.
I don't want to look at this because Collingwood lost this. Make another one.
Oh, all right, well, let's go to it now.
Winning the toss, Barassi kicks to the Jollymont end. Umpire Brophy is in charge of his first grand final. 17 years old Ricky Watt drives the Magpies forward, but Graham's snapshot is well wide of the posts and there's no score. Collingwood, beaten by Melbourne in the first semi-final by 89 points, are out to prove that form wrong. Adams, playing his last game, takes the ball away from the Demons, but Tassie Johnson frees Chapman, and a kick is awarded to Collingwood. Chapman's kick is marked by Waters in the forward pocket, and the Magpies have a golden opportunity after only 3 minutes play. Collingwood fans are confident, and the sure-footed Waters doesn't let them down. First blood to the Magpies. It's tough, pacey football between the teams who fought out the 1960 pennant. The last year, either side reached the grand final. Williams handballs to Dixon. A well-directed kick puts Melbourne into a strong attacking position. Scouting around the pack, Lord picks up and goes. Back come the Magpies, charging goalwards, and Mickey Bones' shot scores the equaliser after 8 minutes play. A blistering pace is set as Magpie vice-captain John Henderson breaks away from Williams, passing to Tuddenham, who kicks Collingwood's first behind. Playing only his second full game, Dalton kicks down the wing, but Johnson turns the attack. His kick gives 28-year-old winger Brian Dixon a great mark, and the Demons are on the march. Burke passes to Lord, who loses the ball in a scramble forward. Lord has a second chance, but the Magpies defend grimly. With a good recovery, Lord snaps the Demons' second behind. Spoiling tactics by both teams make clean marking difficult, but the constant battle for possession keeps the crowd on its toes. A long kick from Rose is picked up by Tuddenham, who kicks Collingwood's second behind as Anderson collides with the goalpost. Collingwood in possession, and Potter's kick is taken by Henderson, but Melbourne are frequently turning play back. The Magpies, collectively 20 years younger than the Demons across the centre line, find the going tough against their more experienced rivals. The ball beats Dixon to the boundary line, and from the throw-in there's a fumbling duel until Hassaman, scouting cleverly, weaves his way through the pack to kick Melbourne's sixth behind. Melbourne leads Collingwood by only 1 point at the end of the first quarter, 2-6-18 to 2-5-17. Second quarter. Magpie captain Ray Gabalick dashes in for a mighty hit-out, but it lacks direction. Melbourne fails to take advantage, and faulty handling produces scrambling play. Keneally coming through puts the Demons on the attack. Bagg takes a mark and has a chance to get his first goal after kicking 2 behinds in the opening quarter. He's off target again, and it's another behind, the 12th in succession in the match. Townsend, roving smartly, sends to Lord, but Steer saves right in front. The tension and pace are having their effect on the play, and there are some hard clashes. Norman is down and out. Trainers rush to Norman's assistance while the game goes on. The Demons are faster to the ball and are looking dangerous. A beautiful one-hand mark by Potter saves the position for the Magpies. His kick is flicked out to Henderson, who handballs to Dalton. Dalton sends on to Watt, but the pass is too strong, allowing Melbourne to regain possession. Williams lands the ball with Hassaman, who scores the first goal since 8 minutes after the start of play. From the bounce, Collingwood again wins the ruck, but poor direction robs them of the advantage, and Dixon sends the Demons away again. Williams gathers and drives 50 yards downfield into the safe hands of Lord. Lord's kick is never in doubt. The Demons have scored 2 goals within 2 minutes and have doubled Collingwood's score. The Magpies are determined to stem the tide, even if it means impressing the press. The normally animated Collingwood supporters are silently hopeful as a chance looms up. Here's Graham with a long shot from in front. But the kick is wide, only a behind, bringing a feeble quiver from the expectant streamers. Melbourne is on the move, but the Magpies, through Chapman, strike back. A well-judged pass gives the reliable Rose a mark. Collingwood seem to have settled down after the Demons' brilliant burst, and they're playing with better control. Rose finds Graham, who marks safely. It's right in front, but Graham has yet to open his goal-kicking account. He's offline for another behind, and another expensive miss for Collingwood. From the bounce, Gabalik punches out, but once again Melbourne gain possession. There's some heavy defensive play, and tempers show signs of flaring. Players rush to the assistance of their teammates. No real damage is done, but the crowd is brought to its feet. The game is soon underway again, but Norman and Mann are unable to keep the ball in play. The boundary umpire throws in, and it's Johnson who gathers for the Demons. Wingman Dixon carries play on, but the Demons are turned out by Collingwood. Wasting an opportunity, the Magpies lose the initiative as Dixon, in top form, marks again. The kick is offline, and Collingwood is quick to capitalize. Tottenham retains possession and sends on to Dalton. The little Magpie shoots, and it's another goal. Collingwood are now only 4 points down. A magnificent mark by Johnson, but the Magpies are becoming more confident and finishing the quarter with their best brand of football. Johnson's kick is marked by Turner, but only just. Taking one of the best marks of the match, Waters keeps up the attack. Waters' kick lands in front of the post for Graham to snap up. His hooking kick from a difficult angle puts the Magpies in front in the time-on period. Now the Collingwood streamers are waving in sheer delight as the Magpies lead at half-time, 5-9-39 to Melbourne's 5-7-37. The MCG is seen at its best, and the close game is really giving the crowd its money's worth, with even better to come. The third quarter promises to provide some of the most dramatic moments of the game. Melbourne is set to pull out all stops to regain the lead, but already Collingwood have proved a vastly better side than on their semi-final performance. Half-forward Tottenham sets the Magpies in motion, driving downfield. With a wide skirting run, Doc Rowett uses the open spaces before passing to Adams. Adams to Wise, who loses his footing, and the ball is loose. McLean's mark saves a dangerous situation for the Magpies. But the Demons are determined, and Townsend makes no mistake, kicking his third goal. It's a game of fluctuating fortunes as Melbourne forges to the front again. Collingwood is very much on the defensive as the ball flies towards their goal mouth, but under pressure, Reeves clears. Half-forward Vagg takes a mark. Vagg, who came from Shepparton in 1962, has kicked 4 behind so far in the match, but gives the Demons a chance with a well-judged kick. The giant Ray Gabalik wins the battle and clears. Tony Anderson's kick finds Hill, who takes a spectacular mark with uncanny anticipation. The left-footed Hill relieves the pressure for the Magpies, but the respite is only momentary. Fullback Massey sets the Demons rolling back. Bagg turns a pass to Burke, who scores his first goal, and the Demons 7th as they go on to a handy lead. The grueling, bruising pace is being maintained, and it's still anyone's game. Tottenham snaps a behind for Collingwood, the Magpies' first score this quarter and their 10th behind of the match. The untiring Henderson marks and looks for a way through with a bouncing run. Dixon turns the attack back and the Magpies are in trouble. Wright, Townsend and Mann scramble for possession, so the umpire calls for a bounce. Barassi crashes in, leaving bodies in his wake before sending Anderson away. Reeves, who missed the final through injury, clears for the Magpies as they desperately hold the Demons out. Rose finds Steer. Collingwood is in dire need of a goal before the end of the quarter, but it's going to be very hard to get. Scoring only 2 behinds in the quarter, Collingwood trails Melbourne by 11 points at the siren, and the Magpies will be all out to save the day. The score, 7-10-52 to 5-11-41. Early in the final quarter, Collingwood, through Chapman, launches a fast attack. Tottenham marks, and here's a great chance for the Magpies. It's there for Collingwood's first goal since half-time, and they're only 8 points behind. Coming through, Mann connects with a speculator, only to have it marked by Potter. Collingwood are beaten for the ball, but both teams under intense pressure can't fully grasp their opportunities. Jacob starts a move, giving Barassi a chance, but it's wide. His third behind from 5 shots. Williams swoops in, looking for Barassi. The Demons captain beats Mann to the ball and punches it to Keneally, who scores his first and only point of the match. The slow-motion camera gives graphic detail of the hard battle. With all feathers flying, the Magpies are moving in again. But coming from behind, Burke takes a great saving mark, turning the Magpies back. But not for long. Grabbing the ball, Gabelick turns and goals as Collingwood strike back in similar fashion to the second quarter. They're now only 3 points down. The match is proving one of the toughest grand final clashes in post-war years. Waters gets the Magpies going again. Tottenham twists clear of the defence and passes to Gabelick, who's unmarked, as he streaks away into an open goal. Gabbo's goal takes the Magpies to a 2-point lead. After the throw-in, Rowett is freed, and Melbourne is able to launch a counter-attack. The teamwork is perfect as Rowett's kick finds Barassi, who passes to Adams. He sends to Townsend, who punches to Burke. Collingwood's defence is split wide open as Burke's long kick is marked by Mann in front. But Mann fails to find the middle, and it's only a behind. It's desperate football as Dixon marks. His kick comes off the pack to Crompton right up from the back pocket. If Crompton goals, the Demons are back in the lead. And it's through the middle. Collingwood pulls on its never-give-in spirit, but the Demons are equal to their challenge. 4 points behind, Collingwood throws everything into the final minutes. Trying for a break on the wings, the Magpies are almost through, but Melbourne's strong and speedy defence holds firm, although stretched to the limit. And there's the siren. Melbourne wins 8-16-64 to Collingwood's 8-12-60.
Well, what an exciting game. And, of course, the highlights, Crompton, Gabbo running up, bouncing the ball. What did he actually say when he got into the goal square?
Well, you know, he was bounced at 1, 2, 3, 4, and he nearly lost it.
Yeah.
And then when he was ready to kick, you know what he said? Geez, I hope I'm running the right way.
Well, of course, the best players, Jack, in that grand final were Bluey Adams and Brian Dixon, who, of course, was counting his kicks. And where are they? Oh, there they are. Look at them. It's a great shot of the Demons there, isn't it? But the best players... Brian Dixon, did he ever count how many kicks he got, Jack?
Yeah, I forget how many. He was the first one that started that, you know. They started to take those.
Someone said to me that Norm Smith said he's the most over-educated idiot he ever met.
He said you're an educated genius, but a common-sense fool.
Is that what his words were? Oh, you know everything.
And,
well,
and Norm Smith also said the best committee you can have is a committee of two with one away sick.
Well, now, there were two magnificent players for Collingwood in that game.
Who were they?
Laurie Hill and Trevor Steer.
Laurie Hill was a good player. Trevor Steer, God, he won the... I ran 3 seconds in the Cape and he won 1. It's unbelievable.
Did you ever win the Cape?
3 seconds and Trevor
Steer... never won it.
Trevor Steer won 1. I'm sorry, Trevor, you're watching this video, but... Gee, you were just an ordinary player, kid.
He's a big fella,
We'll send him a special one.
Hey, my grandson came up to me the other day, Ned.
Ned?
And he said...
Is he red-headed?
No, he's not. That's Matthew. He said... Ned said, Grandpa, can you make a noise like a frog? And I said, why'd you say that, Matthew? And Ned? And Ned said, well, last night Mummy was talking to Daddy. She said, listen, when your old man croaks, we're all going to Disneyland.
Well, I think we better go and have a look at 68. And, of course, the 68 teams are Carlton and Essendon. And, Lewis, you have the opportunity to have a look at the 68 Carlton side.
I'll put these glasses on.
I'll put them on again.
Well, there's one change at Carlton. Dennis Minari comes in to replace Ian Nicol, and, of course, who was injured. Now, Minari's 20 years of age. He's 5'10". I didn't know he was that tall. And was unlucky to miss out on the second semi-final with a knee injury. It's a very good side, and any side that's got stars like Nichols and old Serge Silvani, a great player, and of course his son playing now, Stephen's doing a great job, and my old mate Gags Gallagher, and there's Percy. We'll never forget Percy kicking the goal post, will we, ever? Great effort, and one of the great brains of football, Percy Jones. If you know the brain, he'd be an imbecile. So we've got Percy Jones in the forward pocket, and one of the really, what's the word, charismatic players is Brent Croswell.
Brent Croswell,
what a player.
Genius.
And there's that great fullback, Wesloffs.
Lord Stuffingham.
And the great Jezelenko. Who'll ever forget that great mark of Alec Jezelenko? He's a marvellous player, could have played in the centre, in the full forward, in the back line, any position you played him. Jack, there was a famous gag about him, wasn't there, Jezelenko? You know that one.
Which one was that?
I'm not going to tell you what if you don't know.
What about the one when he was the... he said, where's he come from?
Yeah, where's he come from? You used to tell us.
His father was a...
His father was Ukrainian. No, his
mother's Ukrainian. His father was Italian.
And the bloke said, no wonder the bludger can kick. He thought he said stallion.
A stallion.
Well, we better get to Essendon, Jack, because you knew a lot about them.
Yes,
They've made one change.
One change they've made?
Yes.
Yes.
Greg Brown's out.
Listen, they always had a saying about Essendon that all they had to do was walk up Buckley Street and they could pick up 5 players. And I reckon that was true there, because they've done it again this year. They picked up about 5 fellas there you don't know anything about, and they're all champions.
Well, you wouldn't believe it. Look, they've put, even in those days in 90s, Was Sheedy there then? He got 7 on the bench.
Well, they were always trying to work Smoothies, Essendon side up there. They were
all smart.
Right out. Garlack, Pryor, Evans, Davis. Well, he wasn't a bad player when you think of it, is he?
Oh, yeah, all Davises were champions.
There's old Yapper. He's in the halfback.
The Cooker.
Cooker, yeah.
Kookaburra.
Is that close to
Blue,
cricketer?
Ellison, Fletcher.
No.
Is that... yeah,
Mopsy-
close.
Mopsy.
There's a
Fraser.
bit of a doubt about Fraser, you know. I got told that he's
Did
got
he?
an injured knee. It might be the end of it.
Yes, well, he was a
There's
good
a bit
player
of
too,
news.
wasn't
That's
he?
right. And
Sproul.
there's a fella stood there in amongst the 7, that
playing him
Blethen, Jack.
Yeah.
He wears glasses like Louis.
They're playing him in the wrong place, Sproul. There.
He's a
He's
prefect.
centre player.
He's a prefect at school still.
Who?
Blethen.
Is he?
Might be
he had
in.
to wear glasses. He was the first one to introduce the ones, what do you call those? The other ones were...
Contact lenses.
Contact lenses.
Yeah, contact lenses, yes. He looked like he had to go, he was going to give up football there for a while.
Oh, well, look, we want you to look at this magnificent last quarter of 1968.
Payne about to kick in, Barassi. They're kicking in the wrong flank here, there's no doubt in my mind. In goes Silvani, solid mark. Gee, Carlton are much more determined.
Carlton well on top in the first 5.5 minutes into the final quarter of the 68 grand final. The kick now from Silvani. Plenty of Essendon defenders there, but they mull it up. It's Gerlach with the ball, tries to hook it around. It's taken by Quirk. Quirk gets around here. His kick is smothered, however. Here's a go. Over they go. Across it goes to Gosper. Gosper now kicks it high into the centre of the ground. Jostling going on. Knocked away here. It's taken by... Crosswell over to Nichols. Nichols now to Gallagher. Gallagher a short one in here towards Kekovich.
He's paid the mark. He's paid the mark. He's definitely paid the mark.
He had it, but I didn't think he had it for that long. Now he is a natural left footer, this fellow, and he's on the left foot angle. Fair bit of goal open to him.
We'll start again. He's kicked 4.
Yeah, very nervous so at the moment.
Well, ever since the start of this last quarter, Carlton have attacked all the time. Essendon have yet to have the ball down on their forward line.
This could be a real ripper if he puts it through. It's on its way. He's hooked it though. And another behind.
Gee, they're wearing it down by points. 14 points in front, Carlton. What's the time there, Mike?
It's 6.5 minutes, Alan, into the
that all?
final quarter.
Gee, I feel as if they've been going for a quarter of an hour.
Oh, I think it's the excitement here. Charlie Payne kicking off. Again, he comes along the member stand flank. Up they go, and the mark taken there by Williams, the centre halfback for Essendon. Williams now swings around. He takes his kick. Kicks up to the wing position. Robertson from behind. Fletcher in front. Has it knocked away, but he's paying Fletcher.
Paid the free more than anything. Fletcher now on the centre wing. Goes around Robert Orr. Hand passes to Gosper. Gosper steadies. Kicks in towards full forward. They all fly. Lofts. Blethen from behind. Collins gets it in the back pocket grab.
Collins.
Yes, he gets it. An obvious free kick to Ian Collins.
No doubt about our director Alf Potter and our Channel 7 cameraman. They don't miss a thing.
They're killing them today.
Oh, are they ever?
Collins now. And they're all Essendon supporters too, the cameraman. Up and towards Robinson. Oh, Silvani chipped in and marked. Look, this is the reason that Carlton are in front. They're much more determined.
Right, looks like Chandler is coming on at any given moment for Carlton. The ball goes forward. No mark, however. Over the line it goes. Quirk tried hard to pull it in, but couldn't do so.
I think Bennett might come off.
Yes, Bennett's coming off and Chandler will go on. Wait for the throw in. Nichols and McKenzie doing battle once again. Big Nick gets a tap down here, but plenty of opposition from Essendon. Nichols gets into Pryor, and Pryor will take the free.
Pryor's on the ball and Payne's at full back.
Chandler's on now. He's gone to centre half forward. There's a kick up forward there. Oh, the mark almost taken by Close, but he couldn't hold it. Through they come there. Plenty of Carlton defenders. Jones picks it up, but it's intercepted here by Gosper. Gosper drives it wide across and Fordham. Nice mark. Lake. It's Lake. Lake has marked.
They sneaked him on very quickly.
50 yards out, directly in front. Bruce Lake. He kicks. He's put it through.
Oh, this is danger now. 8 points only.
Well, who's gone off?
I'm just looking, Mike.
I never saw it. Doesn't matter now anyhow. 8 points the difference. Look at the score. 7-4 to 7-12.
Blimey, I would have bet my life that was Fordham, wouldn't you?
Oh, same here. I must admit I had another look, but I'd have called him Fordham. There's Jack Clark now. Fairly calm. Oh, nice hit down by Big Jones. Over towards the flank. Shaw battling with Croswell. Very strong play by Shaw. He'll get a free here shortly. Oh no, taken away by Jesselenko. Jesselenko shorts one into Kikovic. Too high. They race for it. Payne takes it over the line. Throw in now in Carlton's forward pocket. Throw in McKenzie and Nichols. Jostling each other. Could have been a free. Down towards Alec Ipis. He's in a bit of bother, but he went straight through. Fumbled it a little. Still struggling on. Little Gallagher had it, and it's got to be bounced. Players are going to start and get weary now. This has been a tremendously physically hard game. The ball bounced at centre half forward. Big Jones tried to take it. Couldn't. Over here. Very nicely picked up by Evans. Evans scrambles his kick out towards the half forward flank. Lake racing for it. Takes it. Goes around towards the boundary line. Still in play. No, it's out now. This is the boy that come on last week and played very well. Throw in now. Between the centre wing and the half forward flank. And only 8 points the difference. In they go. A nice punch by McKenzie. Over towards Fordham and Crane. But it'll beat them both over the line.
Looks like Russell Blue's gone off.
Throw in. In they go. Big Jones. McKenzie over the top of him, all rucking well, but gives away a free kick, and it was obvious too. Another good shot by our cameraman and director, Ralph Potter. You could always pick the freeze on this. Jones got under it a little, kicked in towards centre half forward. There's a mark to Neil Chandler.
Chandler now on the ground for the Blues. He takes his kick deep down forward. The players come out to meet it. Kikovic has the chance. Charlie Payne from behind. Here's a go now. Oh, Crosswell fell on top of it. His shoulder's gone.
Gee, something collapsed then.
It's against him.
Well, it hasn't.
What happened?
It was caught in possession.
Look, if his shoulder had gone for mine. There's a kick now from Charlie Payne towards the wing position on the outer side. It's Chandler once again.
Wasn't a bad move bringing him on.
Good player, this kid. Chandler now comes up to take his kick. It's a low trajectory drop kick. The players move out for it. There they go. It hits the ground. A chance for Charlie Payne. He's grabbed, however. Big Nichols comes in. He's doing battle with Ipis.
Ipis is free.
Yes.
Gotta get the free.
Oh, yes.
And 15 yards.
Oh, that's right. He's got to give it back on the full, doesn't he?
That's right.
Stupid rule.
Almost 12 minutes of the final quarter gone. Up comes Ipis to take his kick now. That's a good one, almost into the centre of the ground. Up they go. Oh, looks like Jones came out with it. Jones now kicks down forward. The players set themselves. The Carlton forwards are behind, taken by Crosswell. Crosswell snaps over his shoulder. Look at this.
Look at it.
Bounced right across the face of goals. It went in, it went out. Gerlach has it. Gerlach's going for a run along the member stand flank. Gerlach is still going. He's still going and gets his kick. A chance here for Carlton to get back into the fray as the ball there is kicked by Robertson straight over the boundary line on their half-forward flank on the member stand side.
Oh, that was the flukiest thing I've ever seen in my life, that way that ball bounced. But you'll notice every time a player runs as far as Gerlach did, they generally miss the kick up.
Well, you would have bet your life that was going to go through. Bounce the wrong way.
Young Gross is on for Essendon.
Waiting for the throw-in to take place. Jones comes in there, hangs on to McKenzie too. Players are being bundled out of the way there. It's on the ground. There'll be a ball up here, I feel. The ball up between the wing and half-forward flank for Carlton on the member stand side. The ball is bounced. McKenzie goes up there, taps it down beautifully, and the kick by Pryor to the weak position on the member stand side. Coming out to meet it is McLean. He's grabbed, holding the ball.
He held that ball under him. I saw that clearly.
I think he had to pay that, Butch.
Oh, he had to pay it for
Still
sure.
a free kick to Fletcher. Fletcher now drives forward. Oh, Blethyn got up high from behind. Here's a go racing in there as Lake Silvani comes out with it. Silvani, it's a funny old kick straight over the boundary line.
It was a good one, though.
On Essendon's half-forward flank on the member stand side.
Desperate move, you'd call that, Butch.
We have been playing 13 and a half minutes into the final quarter.
And Ted
Fordham,
Fordham is off for Essendon.
Right, taken here by Silvani, hooks it around. Here's a chance. Plenty of Carlton defenders there. They all flow for it, however. McKenzie cleverly knocks it towards the goal square.
Oh!
Taken by Lake. Lake goes to the ground. Lake is still going on. He's smothered.
Oh, why won't umpires pay free kicks in front of goals?
He's going to bounce it.
I'm talking about both sides, not just this incident.
There's the bounce of the ball right in front of the Essendon goals. Mackenzie taps it away here, taken by Collins. He's unloaded. Here's a go. Blethen comes in, but it's forced through. No. Ross has it. Gill is after him. Yes, I thought it was through from behind.
That's 7 points the difference now. Oh, what a nice finish this. What time did you say that was, Mike?
Oh, Alan, don't keep asking me. I'll give you the watch.
Look,
it's 14 and a half minutes.
We're not even halfway yet. Gee, anything can happen in this. There's Chandler being looked at, or spoken to by the runner. Lofts settling things down a bit there, waiting to see where he's going to kick towards the outer. There's Barassi, worried, on the phone again. Lofts kicks in towards the flank. Silvani, nicely placed. Oh, he dropped it. And Crane, it'll have to be bounced.
Playing a free? No.
He's going to bounce it. Have no fears. On the flank now, Mackenzie moves in, number 24. And a good hit down, but oh, look at Silvani, chased it all the way. A scramble kick over here. It sees it picked up again by Close. It kicked in towards full forward. Tried for a one-hander there, Alice, but it's Lofts again. Lofts kicks the ball straight out of bounds.
Bad luck for Essendon.
Gee, they're hanging on, aren't they, Ted?
My word, they're hanging on. Big John coming onto the ball now.
I'll tell you what a tribute to both sides, the way they're fighting it out. There they go, it's Grosky, comes out with the cross, puts his left foot into it, drives down towards the goal square. Blethen sets himself, knocked away by Walls, however. In goes Bruce Lake there, taken by Gill. Oh, Gill got one high around the neck, but play on is the call. To the weak position on the outer side there, the ball bounces, taken by Pryor. Pryor gets his kick in towards centre half forward, the ball is marked by Gill.
Well done, John Gill.
Gill of Carlton. Not one of his most brilliant days, but by golly, he's battled hard. 36 players out there doing their utmost for their teams. There's the kick from John Gill now, down towards centre half forward. Oh, look at this. Over to home for Carlton, taken by Crosswell. Crosswell snaps down towards the big ones. Kekovich and Charlie Payne. Here's a go, they're still going. And Payne comes out with it. And Payne is going for a bit of a run now. Tries a long hand pass across here. It's Eppers with the ball, he's caught. Play on, or yes, Kekovich has it. Kekovich breaks clear now. Kekovich swings around, eventually takes his kick. Down towards Jesselenko it goes, but taken here by Pryor, driven close to the boundary line. I think it's over. It's out. Carlton's half-forward flank on that outer side.
A few errors there, Ted.
I tell you what, they're weary, those blokes.
Oh, they're desperate, though, for scores.
Oh, my word.
This is where the errors creep into the game.
Right there they go, Mackenzie and Jones going for it. Mackenzie skips up, it goes, gets a tap down too. Another hit away here. Crane fumbles that one, dives on top of it, tries to get out with it, or does quite cleverly, but picked up by Pryor. Pryor kicks in the wing position on the outer side. Over it goes, there'll be a throw-in. We are 17 minutes into the final quarter.
And there's 7 points the difference. Carlton in front.
Still anybody's game as both players of both sides are throwing themselves in the game ferociously.
He'll take out the flag. Up they go. Mackenzie. Nichols goes down. Silvani over here to Crane. Crane up towards Gallagher. Gallagher gets a run of it. He better get his kick. He does so. It's a long one into the pocket on the outer side. Oh, Charlie Payne. He bundled Kekovich out. Down to the ground it comes. Here's a go. Picked up here by Gerlach. What a player. Gerlach now kicks to the wing position on the outer side. The players set themselves. The ball bounces. It's over the boundary line. The old head Sergio Silvani didn't use up too much gas then.
Mike, you were pretty right. There's a lot of tired boys out there now.
This looks like a practice session of end-to-end kicking, Butch. It's going from one end to the other.
Throw in Nichols and Mackenzie again, both great players. Nichols gets it down to Silvani. Silvani tackled by Mackenzie.
Free.
And a free kick to Serge Silvani.
I think we summed this up pretty well early when it would be a battle of backlines.
Oh, Mackenzie's very weary there. A short one.
Silvani, a short one towards Crane. Whoa!
Well, he couldn't do anything else, Mike.
Oh, he must have thought that was the Sydney Express coming at him.
He had to make an effort, sure.
I'll tell you what, I would have been up in the grandstand.
Gee, Carlton still holding the play up a lot. Jesselenko punches it towards the boundary line. So they're just playing percentage football, just hanging on. Only 7 points, though, and we've seen some remarkable things happen in these final series. There's another punch by Nichols, a double-hander that time. Over towards Eppers. Eppers going the wrong way. Now goes back towards the fence. Kicks out towards the centre wing as a chance for Crane from behind his mark. He's been a very good player today.
I'll tell you what, let's give a rap to Alec Eppers in his final game. He's playing magnificently on that back line. There's Crane, he's looking for a lead there, but it's off the side of his boot, over the line, on Carlton's half-forward flank, on that outer side. We've been playing right on 19 minutes into the final quarter. There they go, up they go. It's knocked away here. A chance for Crane. Oh, he goes over. He scrambles the ball out to Silvani. Silvani and everything in the last half. Kicks it forward. Shark by Eppes once again. Eppes going for a bit of a run. He steadies. It's a long kick up towards centre half forward. They fly high. No mark. Taken here by Gosper. He runs into trouble. Gill tries to get out. Taken by Peter McLean. A hand pass back here to Noonan.
Noonan to get the free.
Oh, he wasn't waiting either. Noonan plays on straight away, kicks down forward. Blackburn.
Oh no, a horrible thought just entered my mind. Could it be a draw?
Breathen has kicked 3. He's kicked 3 goals. Wesley Lofts claimed he touched that ball, but the umpire says, I'm paying the mark. Up comes Breathen now. He's only 20 yards out on a slight angle. He's put it through. 1 point the difference.
That's 1 point the difference now.
That's what I said.
I couldn't hear you, Mike, with the roar of that crowd.
8-5 to 7-12. 1 point the difference.
Oh,
20 minutes into the last quarter.
117,000 people here at the MCG.
That's a record of all time.
Yes, 117,000.
The ball back in the centre now with 1 point the difference in this 68 grand final.
Umpire Jeff Crouch bounces the ball. Players come in. Nichols gets up there with Mackenzie. Neither gets a tap down. A chance here for Manari, who loses the side of the ball. Through they come. McLean gets his boot into it. It's out towards the wing position on the member stand side. It's a Carlton mark, all right.
Crosswell.
Players are scrambling on there, but Crosswell will take the mark. He'll be given the kick.
Oh, they need a goal badly.
Crosswell on the wing position on the member stand side, takes his kick. Not a bad one. The players set themselves up. They go. The ball hits the ground. Here's a go for Pryor. Kekovic comes in there. In comes Gerlach. Gerlach swings around and gets his kick back to the half-back flank. Over the line it goes, and there'll be a throw-in.
Oh, this is grand final stuff for you.
21 minutes gone of the final quarter.
It's taken 3 quarters to see this pressure really applied.
Up they go there. Nichols goes up high for it. Down to the ground it comes. A chance for Manari. Gets one in the back. He's paid it. Paid it to Manari. And Manari's within kicking distance.
Oh, he's
yes,
a long
sir.
way out, Mike.
He's 55 yards out. He should be able to kick it, Butch, in the goal square. Kekovic being closely watched by Charlie Payne.
Big Jones in the pocket, moving into the square now.
Manari comes up to take his kick. Puts his boot behind it.
Looks
It's
good.
travelling long. It's swinging off, however. They set themselves up. They go. Touch through, one behind. 2 points in front, Carlton.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick too under the pressure. Beautiful kick.
8-5 to 7-13. 2 points only the difference. Up comes Charlie Payne, kicking out to the flank.
Here's a
chance
go.
for Crane.
Oh!
Shaw takes it, dashes away, kicks in towards centre half forward. Gosper and Collins. Collins mark.
Oh, well played. Boy, that was a pressure mark. That's a mark that could win the game. His kick travelling down forward. Quirk comes out there. Up they go. It's knocked over the line. And there'll be a throw-in on Carlton's half-forward flank on that outer side. Nichols comes in with Mackenzie. They've got renewed vigour. It's so close. The tap down. It goes to Chandler. Chandler kicks up towards the pocket. Here's the danger man. Eppes coming out once again. He's still going around. Eventually gets his kick. It's at centre half forward for Carlton. And Fletcher will be paid it.
He's paid the push.
It was a dangerous move of Alec Eppes's, but he had nowhere else to go.
He's either paid the push or the mark. Oh, Fletcher comes right across the ground towards the member stand flank. Gerlach's there on his own. Up it goes towards Davis. Davis tries a short one in here. It doesn't come off, however. Picked up here by Ellis. Ellis up to the pocket. Here's a goal. They fly.
Listen. Lesson's marked it. He's on a very acute angle.
Breathen is 45 yards out.
I should have passed it, Mike.
45 yards out, Breathen. He's hard up against the boundary line, kicking to the scoreboard in goal. Can he put it through?
Very cool in his approach.
Pressure right on this kid. Oh, he's run around a bit. He kicks. The result?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket.
Well, that gives them a chance to score now. What's the time? Sorry, I can't help myself.
8-5, 53 to 7-13, 55. 2 points the difference in Carlton's favour with the ball right in the Essendon's forward pocket.
And 23 and a half minutes of the final quarter gone. The throw-in takes place. The players set themselves. Nichols and Mackenzie go for it. Mackenzie gets a tap down. There they go. But it's taken by Lofts. Lofts kicks it high to the flank position on the outer side. A go here. It's taken by Crane. Carlton out of trouble. Crane had better get his kick. He does so down to the half-forward flank on the outer side. The ball bounces. Knocked away here by Williams. Williams and Quirk going for it. Quirk falls on top of it. Can he recover? Yes, he does so.
He's got to get a free kick.
Down. And Shaw looks disgusted.
Oh, it was an obvious free kick.
But oh boy, what a grand final. What a grand final.
2 points the difference.
Quirk will send this way down. Up he comes to take his kick now. Puts his boot into it. It's a good kick too. It's floating in. Kekovic is in there. He's marked.
Kekovic is marked, no worries. And he's on his left foot here. About 40 yards out.
Oh, it's a good 40 yards.
45, yeah, but look, Mike, that what I reckon is the angle, and he's kicking left foot.
Let's see, he's kicked 4. This will make him the hero with the Carlton fans if he can steer this one through. 45 to 50, I'd say. Oh, it's a fair distance. But he's on his right foot, as Butchgall pointed out. Up he comes, concentrating, puts his skip in, puts his boot into it, it's on its way. It's offline. It's out of bounds in the forward pocket on the outer side. Carlton kicking to the Richmond end.
Oh, under conditions. The wind, I feel, has dropped a little bit, Butch.
We're into time on. We're into time on. Almost 25 and a half minutes gone as the throw-in takes place. There they go. Mackenzie gets up high. Here's a chance for Charlie Payne to pick up. Payne has it. He's tackled by Jesselenko. The ball goes forward. The players lose sight of it. Shaw to Epps. Epps now over to the wing position on the outer side. Gould from behind.
No, the man in front.
He's playing it
Close.
Close on the wing position on the outer side. Up he comes to take his kick towards centre half forward. All pressure here. Lofts.
Wonderful mark. A wonderful mark.
Oh, boy. 26 minutes gone. Ron Barassi's down on the fence now as we wait for Lofts to take his kick. Up he comes, he favours the drop kick. It's a good one, it's over the centre. The players set themselves priors in there. Oh! Chandler! Chandler has marked. Can Carlton hang on? Up comes Chandler to take his kick. It's going forward. They come out to meet it. They fly. Jones!
Had it all the way.
Jones is 50 yards out directly in front.
Oh,
a goal here. And it'll be Carlton's grand final, I feel, if he can steer this through. Don Mackenzie comes in trying to upset him.
Well within kicking distance.
50 yards out, directly in front, kicking to the Richmond end. Peter Jones needs a big hoof. Puts his boot behind it. It's offline.
Out of bounds.
1 point.
Out of bounds. Look at Big Nichols moving in for this one.
It's
I
out
bet
of
he
bounds.
tries to grab it.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket on that outer side. There's a throw in. Nichols is there. Up goes Mackenzie. Mackenzie gets a tap away. It goes to Quirk. Here's trouble. Quirk over his shoulder. It's a funny old kick. It doesn't travel much distance except up and down. In comes Mackenzie, but it's taken by Crane. Crane now drives into the pocket once again. There'll be another throw in that forward for Carlton on the outer side. The forward pocket for Carlton on the outer side.
They've got to keep it down there.
27 and a half minutes almost gone. There's a throw in. In they come. Pryor does battle with Nichols. Cross it goes here towards Kekovic. He's in trouble. Picked up by Croswell. 1 point. Oh boy.
I don't know how their nerves are going out there, but I'm just about shattered. Here's a short one out here towards Evans. Evans will mark quietly and safely. Plays on. Short one, and Silvani there. Hits over. Can't quite get it. Croswell comes through. Gives it to Quirk.
Oh!
And pushing through now. It's
Robertson loses control of the ball. Barry Davis is still going. He goes to the ground.
Should have been a push to back to Davis.
A ball up. Are these boys weary? Oh, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Going on to 28 and a half minutes gone now. There they go, the bounce of the ball. Nichols goes up there with Mackenzie. It's going to go over the boundary line. It's on Carlton's half-forward flank on the member stand side. Where is Croswell playing? By golly, he's bobbing up everywhere.
Throw in now on the centre wing with the time ticking away. in the 68 grand final. McKenzie and Nichols. They punched it over towards Davis. McKenzie takes it. The kick smothered. He tries to wrestle.
The neck to McKenzie.
Siren's gone. The siren's gone, has it? Yes. Look at this. We couldn't hear the siren. Carlton are premiers. 8-5, 53 Essendon, Carlton 7-14, 56.
3-point victory, a marvellous game there, and of course, look at the poster of, the Blues, look at that. Who was that was supposed to be? I'm not too sure, but that little Crane, he was a marvellous player, wasn't he?
Yes,
Great
best
player. Great wing player.
And Gerlach.
Gerlach for Essendon, played in the back pocket. Very rarely played a bad game. Darryl Gerlach, that brings back memories, doesn't it?
I'd say. And Jack, if you hadn't have gone to the cricket ground to see that final, there would have only been 116,827 because there are 828 there, a record, 116,000.
And they're talking about how they improved football.
It's
I mean, that lovely,
Jack, is it?
Isn't it, Jocker?
It's better now, football,
Listen to-
Jack. You got to give it.
Is it?
Players are better.
Are they?
Tougher.
Are they?
Tougher.
They're not tougher.
Oh, how would they
There
be?
they go, and
How would they be wearing slippers against us now?
Oh, yes.
Well, I reckon I've seen the best.
Treading on their toes.
I reckon the best, Jack, the best
Oh.
centre-half forward ever played football is a bloke called Wayne Carey at North Melbourne.
Well, I would say he's in the top 10.
He's better than Nash.
Oh, turn it up.
He hasn't got what Nash has.
What's
There's
that?
one little thing he refused to be beaten. He hasn't got that yet.
And Nashy never used to go out every 2 or 3
No,
weeks.
he played cricket, international cricket, went straight to football.
And he used to see the best footballer
And he could
every
kick with
morning.
either foot as straight as a die. He could.
What's that, 99?
He only played 99 games.
Yeah, never won the club best and fairest. Now, that's how good he was.
Well,
Nash.
Bob Pratt never won the club's best
Well,
and
that's
fairest
bad luck
either.
for Bob Pratt, too.
No,
And
I
he
never
kicked-
You
won a
never
Brownlow
won the Copeland
And I
Trophy.
I ran 3 seconds.
And I never won a Brownlow medal.
Oh, well, that's
One year,
understandable,
Jack, you were well up in the Brownlow
Oh,
medal.
I had one all sewn up on everything I did.
Yeah.
And
Did you
broke- and
polish?
broke down.
And you broke down, Jack.
lost me.
What'd you do?
I had 17 points up and 22 won it in the 5th match.
You had
Now,
17
look,
points
that's
up in
it,
5
yeah.
games. You can only get 3 a game.
15. You had
No,
7.
I gave me 2 for the interstate match. I won that.
Well, now, look, we'll go to one of the magnificent grand finals, 1963, in which Geelong played Hawthorn. Of course, you don't have to know who won that one. But before we do, just let's have a look at the old-timers at it once again. And I think this is in Lewis's
It's a
flat.
magnificent grand final. Welcome to the edition of League Teams in which anything goes because we're out in Lewis, Thomas, Charles, Richard Spenthouse in the Toorak Road.
We've done it up specially tonight. You know,
Have we? How's the marble?
Well, the pillars, that's we'll have places.
Is that Traventine?
And it's not Traventine, no, it's Roman, actually.
Roman?
They're Roman pillars because
They've been Roman all over this house here. I can see that they're not even
And of
standing
course, I'd
up
like
straight.
to show you a few of my trophies.
What?
That's the one I got for ballroom dancing.
Have you got plenty of that, have you?
Luce, where you hide it.
Listen, this is the one that Jack got for one-legged dancing.
That's a flamingo. Did you win that? Where did you? What room did you win that at, Jack?
I won that at the Green Mill, as a matter of fact.
At the Green Mill.
Green Mill, yeah,
There's a bust of Ron Casey. We keep that in the house to keep us all company.
Jack and I want to know
That's Lord Nelson, if you don't know.
Where you
that.
hide it?
Who?
What about
Nelson.
the giveaways?
Did
Where do
he
you keep
marry
them?
He gave it to my great-great-grandmother. He was on with her for a while.
Was he?
That's,
only
you know
had
what
one
that
eye.
saying, Cam? Kiss me harder. That was her. He was kissing all the time.
Oh.
Isn't it beautiful? And the flat look lovely, isn't it?
Oh, it does,
That's
yeah.
a real live bird, the back there, you know.
Where's that cupboard you got all the giveaways in?
Shut up, Jack. It just goes to show you how dumb some footballers are and some coaches are. Ron Barassi was coach at Carlton that particular time, I think. No, he wasn't. He was playing with Melbourne. But he said to me on the following week, he said, "Oh, God, your flat's beautiful." He really thought it was at my flat, you know. That's how dumb he is, truly.
What about Jack with that moustache?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You used to have a moustache for a while.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Is that did Jack have the moustache that time when lay girls came in to see it? They were like,
The lay girls came in and I said, and one sat on Jack's knee, and I said, Jack said, "By gee, she's a good sort." I said, "It's a bloke." He said, "I don't care, she's a bloody good sort." So he goes down to Channel 7 on the Sunday and sees Case. Case said, "How'd you go with those lay girls?" He said, "Oh, geez, Case, she's a good sort." She said, "The one who sat on my knee, she's a beauty." He said, "I didn't know they were transistors, truly."
well, let's just get to let's get to this magnificent grand final. 1963, Jack, we'll give you Hawthorn's team.
Right, well, give us a look at that Hawthorn side.
Yeah, there they
Parkin,
go.
Hay and Cooper now. Not bad Parkin. He was a dash. He was very game, Parkin. He was, you know, he wasn't...
Good, strong, back pocket
strong,
player.
He was
Great sense of humour.
No sense of humour.
Wish I could get his gag.
Yes, Hay. Well, these were bad boys too. Hay, Steve Hay.
Pretty tough group, this, Jack.
I'll say Young and McPherson, if you don't mind, please, umpire.
Oh.
And they'd give you anything at all. And of course, I think the big fella was coaching them in too.
Oh, yeah.
He
What
was
about
sealing them
Coverdale,
in.
Jack? Was he going to be a very
yes,
good player?
he was going to be a very, very good player. What happened to him in the finish, Bob?
I don't know. He went
back-
off.
Yeah,
he went off. I think he started to
Duran
play the
and
man.
Alder, Fisher, they weren't well.
And what about Pecky?
Mort wasn't a bad
Your
player.
friend Peck.
Oh, bad boy, wasn't he? Wasn't he a bad boy, Pecky?
He was a
Oh.
good full forward.
Oh, I'll say he was, Lou. Where would he be now with some of those
He'd
shooters
kick
now?
193.
Yeah.
Well,
He was
now,
beautiful.
there's the Hawthorn team now.
Let's have
And,
a-
of course, look at the Geelong side and especially the coach.
Well, Bob, I must say this, that Bob Davis was a coach that loved football, and that's what he tried to teach his players, and that's why they played so well. They were a brilliant team, mainly because Bob, when he played himself, not because he's sitting here, was one of the most dashing players I've seen. He was about 14 and a half stone, played on a half forward flank, but played in many other positions later. And was what you could run 100 yards in even time.
Oh, easily.
Oh, I knew you'd do it easy. I'm trying to give you a big rap there.
One
But anyway, he coached the side, and but he used to love him. He used to love football, and he tried to pass that message on. I think he succeeded. But let's have a look at the side. Into the side comes Alistair Lord, and what a great player, Brownlow medalist. But he hasn't played for a month. Out is Brian Lowe, and there's one player missing from the team, and it's a body blow, because it's Terry Callan, a very good back pocket player, or wherever he played. I think back pocket in the centre, any position
And
he
who
played.
did you tip this time?
I tipped Geelong.
Did you?
Yeah, I think so.
They brought that handbags around.
It wasn't in vogue
No,
then.
they
Don't
never
start
did.
on that, Jack.
No, they didn't have it in those days, I
No,
must say that.
don't be falling for that
Who
business.
brought the handbag business in?
I don't know. It was after I relinquished the position.
I hope I didn't say anything about it.
I think you might have one day in here, and it stuck very much. Anyway, we'll go now and let's have a look at the last quarter of 1963.
16 points is now the difference. That's a lot more handy than 10 points. And look at Farmer. Look at that beautiful hand pass down there to the half-forward line. The pack tries to bring it on and do through Hines. Hines is on the half-forward line. Could have kicked a goal. Seemed to be tentative. Didn't know whether to pass it to Wooler in the goal square or to Yates in the full-forward pocket. And his hesitancy cost him the chance.
Hines has been very quiet for Geelong today. He's only had 6 kicks.
Ruck duel coming up between Cooper, number 10, 40 is Yates. Knocked down by Cooper, picked up by Nolder. Nolder clears it up to the half-back line. Ian Mort tries to mark it. Picked up now by Uren. He handballs it out towards McPherson, who can't take the pass. Picked up by Lord. He gives it to Farmer, and here's Polly Farmer shooting in towards goal. A beautiful kick towards Fred Wooler. Wooler can't mark it. Yates is there, number 40. Beck comes in, kicks it off the ground, and it's out of bounds right on the behind post in the Geelong forward pocket.
16 points the difference at the start of the final quarter.
And 6 minutes of play have already gone.
6 minutes gone. The ball at the Geelong end of the ground, the Richmond end. Knocked away by Cooper, picked up by Phil Hay. He runs into trouble from Yates, pulls him down. Goggin will pick it up. Goggin looking for a hand pass, gives it across to Rice. Rice a chance to score. This looks good. The goal umpire stands rock still, but brings up only one hand. 17 points the difference, 7 minutes into the final quarter of play of the 1963 flag.
Again, we await the kick-off from the Hawthorn fullback, Phil Hay.
Quarter time, Hawthorn led by 3 points. At half time, Geelong by 16. And at 10 at three-quarter time, now they're back to 17 in front.
There's a kick by Hay, a low trajectory drop kick to the half-back line. Up is Ratley, takes the mark, picks it up off the ground. When he doesn't mark it, knocked away by Cooper, picked up by Alistair Lord, who kicks in towards goal for Geelong. And that's Alistair Lord's second goal, and Geelong are really marching home.
One of the best players here in this game for Geelong is Farmer playing a tremendous game here. Devine, Walker, Goggin and Ratley. And for Hawthorn, Mort, Woodley, Hay, Coverdale and Olsen.
Jeff Leake named his best players as Jeff Crouch, the umpire, bounces the ball for the next passage of play, and Farmer wins it. Hand pass is smothered by Nalder. He tries for a second time. Uren pulls him down. Holding the ball, Polly Farmer. Free kick to Colin Uren, and Uren wastes no time because Hawthorn are down, but they'll never give up. Here it comes into the full forward zone, and a good mark by John Watts. There's the kick by Watts up to the half-back line, and Peter Walker chips in to take the pass from Watts, and Geelong will come forward again. Time check, 8 minutes gone, final quarter. Peter Walker, drop kick up to the centre wing position. Alistair Lord is behind, up is Routley, but Lord takes the mark, beautiful mark. And here is the Hawthorn player, Peter Lyon, about to come onto the ground as Alistair Lord from the half-back line puts it forward to his half-forward line. Picked up for Hawthorn by skipper Graham Arthur. He sends it back again from where Lord kicked it. And Lord again tries to put it in. There's Woodley being spoken to by one of his trainers. The ball is in the possession of Ian Mort at the moment, but he's going to surrender it, and the kick is going to Alistair Lord because he marked it.
Geelong have taken 50 marks to Hawthorn's 27. Alistair Lord, although he might have been beaten by Nelder, has kicked 2 goals for Geelong.
The ball is behind the pack. Farmer going hard, but the ball is too quick for him, and everybody else trailing behind.
The trainer who went out to tell Woodley to come off has been shrugged aside by Woodley, who's limping up towards the ruck play, and now the trainer has come back to have a talk with Kennedy.
Goggin kicking the ball forward. A chance here for Brown. Brown is brought to the ground. Picked up now by Hines. Here's a show as Hines gets his boot to the ball. Sent along, kick in towards goal. Another goal to Geelong. And Bob Davis is jubilant. The second goal by Hines. Tremendous reaction from the Geelong bench. They all went up in the air.
Well, it looks as though now perhaps the third hard game in a row is having its effect on Hawthorn, and Geelong look as though they could run away to the easiest of victories, but even if they win by 6 goals, it won't be an easy victory because it's been a hard, rough game.
Here they come again, the ball onto the half-forward line. Wooler's getting the run here. He's been brought back to the half-forward line. Look at him go. A chance for a left-foot goal by Wooler. It's going right down the try to goal. The Cats are on fire. Look at the Geelong bench.
Geelong have kicked those last 3 goals in about 21 seconds.
And there's one thing for sure, Sir Kenneth Luke could tell the printers to start putting Geelong's name on the 1963 Premiership flag.
Time check, 10 minutes of play gone in the final quarter. Woodley versus Yates. Yates getting a free kick. Woodley in disagreement. And things not just going right with the Hawks at this stage. Drop kick from the back line to the half-forward line. Uren, tireless player. Goggin versus Uren. Goggin in front now. Brought down, accidentally tripped. Free kick to Goggin.
There's 28 free kicks to Hawthorn, 26 to Geelong.
Polly Farmer's too much over his head. Stuart Lord is number 6, Uren number 30. Ian Mort getting a kick. "35 points the difference as Yates gets up very high, but Hawthorn comes forward. Ball has gone to Peck. Peck a kick along the ground. There's going, nothing can go right for the Hawks at this moment, but Geelong are really burning.
Geelong were 10 in front at 3/4 time, but in the first 10 minutes of the last quarter, they've kicked 4 goals, and now their lead is 35 points.
Yates getting in front of Woodley. Over the top, Goodland. Stuart Lord knocks the ball away. West is with Stuart Lord. And twin brother of Alistair clears the ball out of bounds in front of the Gray Smith Pavilion, which is the one to be pulled down in the new MCC rebuilding scheme. 13-14 to 8 goals 9. In a flash has developed to that. I don't know what was in that bottle, but Fred looked as though he was enjoying it. Alistair Lord. Towards Wooler. Oh! Definitely the swig made all the difference.
There's been 2 changes. Wooler back to centre-half forward, and Hawthorn have moved Gary Young from centre-half back, and Rod Olsen has taken over his place
with Young going into the ruck and the forward flank.
I think this move of Wooler back to centre half forward has given Geelong that necessary bite and mobility that they want on this half forward line, because Wooler is a very damaging player with tons of pace, and he also is a big occasion player.
Wade pulls the full back well downfield. Wooler kicks right over their heads. Farmer getting up in the middle of the pack. He can't mark it from there. Nolder defending well. Picked up by Rice. Rice has a kick, but it's out of bounds. 13-14 to 8 goals 9. At quarter time, Hawthorn were 3 points in front. At half time, Geelong was 16 points up. At three-quarter time, Geelong were 10 points up, and now they're 35 points up. They kicked 4 goals in just a matter of seconds. The ball comes back towards Fisher. Fisher has it. Brown has been beaten by Fisher. The ball is kicked along the wing. Graham Arthur, he'll still be going flat out when the 100 minutes is up. Number 2, Graham Arthur. Number 9, the Geelong vice-captain Devine. 40 is Yates. He kicked it upfield. Goodland kicks into the centre of the ground where Watts takes the mark, and Watts puts Geelong back into attack. They can smell victory now. It's right in their nostrils. Farmer, a hand pass to Sharrock. Sharrock on the half-forward line, a kick for goal. It's running close to a goal, but not close for 6 points. It's one flag again.
And this is not Sharrock's day. He's kicked 4 behind straight. Out of this 13-14, Geelong are leading Hawthorn 8-9.
14 minutes of play gone in the final quarter, and this is Phil Hay kicking off again for Hawthorn. Up to the half-back line goes the ball. Up for Hawthorn is Cooper, who gives it across to Uren. And here come Hawthorn as Uren puts it to the half-forward line. Scott can't take the mark. Gathered in by Ian Mort. And here's Mort sending the ball in towards full forward. And Peck has a show if the ball bounces right. Goodland is there as he chips in. And Goodland takes it away from Peck and clears it along the flank position. And it's out of bounds in Hawthorn's forward pocket, with Hawthorn 57, Geelong 93. To 93 to 57, and the Cats are cooking on gas. John Peck pushed out and getting a free kick. He was wanting to play on, but he will have to kick over the mark. It'd be 55 yards from goal.
This is his 9th kick. He's already kicked 3 goals, 3 behinds.
.36 points the difference. Geelong have opened up a 6 goals lead as Peck kicks in towards the goal square. Ian Law tried to bust through on the direct route to goal. Goodland on his 19th man replaced Viner at half time. He turns out of trouble and clears. Nolder has the ball. He's tackled by Routley, but he delivers the ball 30 yards upfield before it goes out again. 36 points the difference.
Geelong have taken 51 marks to Hawthorn's 31.
There's the throw. Peck and Yates. Peck knocks the ball down, taken by Law. Law gives it to Coverdale. Coverdale back to Law. And here's Law, short passing across towards Woodley. Can't take the mark, and Scott clears it for Geelong. Back to the centre. We see Nolder coming in. Nolder turns, steadies, gets the ball down to the half-forward line. Knocked away from Cooper. The ball comes back towards the centre. Cooper's still in there. But look at this pace here by Alistair Lord as he puts it down to the half-forward line for Geelong. And the mark is taken for Hawthorn by Gary Young. There's the kick by Young, back to the centre wing position. Cooper flies up, also as Watts, trying to pull the mark down. It's taken by Fisher. Fisher kicks the ball along the half-forward line, looking for somebody to take it, and it's Rod Olsen who quickly plays on and kicks the ball across to the centre half-forward position.
And there's Rice, tried to take a one-hand. He's on the ground. He's being chased now by Coverdale. He gets rid of it. Running in quickly is Olsen. Olsen's going towards the open goals. He slams it away. And he's not on target. There's one more point to Hawthorn. They are 8 goals 10, trailing Geelong 13-15.
I think a feature of today's game is a magnificent and spectacular hand passing of Farmer. A lot of people don't realise how good it is because it's far more accurate than the kick, and the many times that he finds his players is phenomenal, and that's the reason that Goggin and Rice have been getting many of the breaks from the packs.
Here's Goggin running in for the ball now. Goggin's got it. He's on the centre wing. He's going to get around Cam McPherson. Then he has to pass it upfield towards Sharrock, who's on his own. McPherson left him. Goggin's back in for it. The tactic seems to have gone astray now as Uren wins the battle and clears the ball downfield onto the half-forward line. The messenger's gone out to speak to Nolder as Stuart Lord takes the mark and holds up that attack and finds Routley on the wing.
Routley's got it on the centre wing for Geelong. He's on top of Uren since half-time. Kick up towards the half-forward line looking for Sharrock, and he's found him. The boy from Tooleybuck is on the half-forward flank. He drives up towards the centre half-forward position. He's looking for Wade and Wooler, and there's a chance now for Hines. He picks it up. Slam. And that's Hines' third goal. Davis There's a rupture down there, and the Mount Vesuvius down at Geelong will be alive tonight. Geelong 14-15 lead Hawthorn 8-10, and they can wrap this grand final up because they have kicked 5-6 goals in this last quarter, and Hawthorn have kicked a point.
It looks at the moment as though Hawthorn are quite dispirited, and it's not to be surprised, nothing to be surprised about, because Geelong kicking 6 goals in about 17 minutes in a quarter is enough to demoralise any side.
In the final quarter, 18 minutes of play gone. And there's the ball picked up by Brown. He loses it as he's bustled. It's on the Geelong half-forward line. Geelong being still pressed by Hawthorn are trying to get back into the game. Fisher gives it across to Stead Hay, but he fumbles the ball. Fisher comes in again. Fisher tries to pick it up. He flicks it out looking for somebody. Doug Wade takes it on the half-forward line. Handballs it to Brown. And here comes Geelong again as Brown kicks it in towards full forward. Cooper takes the mark. Kicks it back to the half-back line. A chance over here for Routley. Routley takes it forward with him. It's still on the Geelong scoring zone. Players coming in and going over as it's kicked by Uren up towards Law. Law is on the half-back line. Handballs it across to the centre wing position to Mort. Mort gives it back to Law, and Law has his kick smothered. Picked up by Woodley. Woodley puts it forward for Hawthorn. Up is Graham Arthur, appealing for the mark, and the mark will go to the Hawthorn skipper about 50 yards from goal, and there's Farmer and Woodley having an argument. Never see Polly Farmer doing that very often.
I think Farmer got blamed for something that John Divide might have done.
Arthur's pass is right down the throat of Nolder. Nolder is within kicking distance, and we'll check on the time again.
19 minutes of play already gone in this final quarter of the grand final.
Geelong are nearly 7 goals in front as Nolder kicks a beautiful drop kick. It's just falling a bit short. Peck is out of the way, and it... There was a lot of support for the thought that Hawthorn would make it a go for most of the way, but might crumple because of their hard final series in the final quarter. That seems to have worked out. Farmer to Goggin. Goggin was going to give it to Alistair Lord, then decided to pass it upfield. That must be Sharrock. Sharrock gives it back to Goggin. Here's some beautiful football. A lovely hand pass across to Yates. Yates shot passes into the goal square. Wooler will play on. A goal to the Cats, and the best piece of footy of the day. Champagne football from the Cats.
It can be done, Tony, when the other side that you're playing against is dispirited, and there's the score, 15-15. 105 points to Hawthorn's 8-11-59. Hawthorn are dispirited. At the moment, Geelong's pace is supremely evident, and they're getting away with murder because Hawthorn are a tired side.
Anxious consultation with Coach Kennedy by the messenger, but there's little he can do now. Congratulations to Hawthorn for the magnificent fight they've put up in this game, and of course throughout the season. They're a credit to the league as the bounce goes underway again with Geelong 7 goals 4 ahead. Here they come again, no stopping them now. This is Hines, a left foot hook shot onto the half-forward flank on the Olympic stand wing. Stead Hay's not giving up, nor any of the other Hawthorn players, but they seem tired. Parkin kicks the ball back into attack. Woodley is too slow at this time. Yates picks it up. No, it's not Yates, it's West. Across to Goodland. Goodland thwarts Coverdale. He short passes into the centre, but it's to Uren instead of to Wade.
There's the kick by Uren with 21 minutes of play gone. Up is Peck, but in front of him and up higher is John Watts. And again, Watts is saved for Geelong, right on the last line of defence. John Watts, former West Australian player, drop kicking the ball wide to the centre wing. A chance for Hines. Hines is tackled by Law and will get the free kick. It looks for around the neck, and there's Uren and Hines having a tussle too. He's a fiery little character, this bloke. Hines is on the centre wing, and there's his kick on the Geelong's half-forward line. Up is Farmer. Almost a beautiful mark. Coming through is Gary Young. Picked up by Colin Rice. Handballs it out to Wade. Wade steadies, shoots in towards goal. 1 point on this occasion to Geelong from the kick by Wade.
Wade has kicked 1 goal 4.
John Kennedy has not sent his reserves on as yet, but I'm afraid nothing can get Hawthorn out of its present predicament. Nolder battling hard. It's not an easy thing to do, to play football as Hawthorn are playing it now, full of spirit and going just as hard as they can when they're so obviously well beaten. Duggan gave it to Hines. Hines from 50 yards out kicks one that's going close to a goal, but it's only one flag, and the Cats now are piling on the score. They're 15-17. They're 107 points to 59.
Phil Hay, the Hawthorn fullback, kicking off up to the half-back line. Up was Cooper trying to mark for Hawthorn. He shepherds well to allow Cam McPherson to take the ball. This is McPherson from the half-back line, sending Hawthorn forward. A chance over here for Ian Law. Behind him is Scott, number 14. Law picks up the ball on the half-forward line for Hawthorn. Doesn't kick it very far. Peter Walker takes it. He's tackled by Mort, gets it across to Devine, and he clears it for Geelong. Back to the centre wing. Cooper sets himself and takes a good mark as Hines comes in to take it. He handballs to a teammate coming through. Hawthorn come forward, but there's nobody there except John Watts of Geelong, who takes the mark again.
And this is his 8th mark, and nearly everyone has been in defence.
There's the kick by Watts back towards the centre, taking the mark as Fisher. Fisher plays on, gets around Farmer, and has to handball it out to a teammate, Alberston. He gets it in towards full forward. Goes right past Watts, picked up by Roy West, the Geelong fullback. Peck tries to go with him, but he gets his kick west and gets it up to Stuart Lord, who marks on the half-back line. Geelong 107, Hawthorn 59, and nearly 24 minutes of play gone in the final quarter. The ball is out of bounds on the centre wing, and we await the throw-in.
Bobby Davis is going to bring Polinelli on to give him a run. Just wondering who can come, or probably Brown.
There's the throw-in. Number 10 is Sharrock, being pursued by number 2, Graham Arthur. It's picked up by Sharrock. He gives it across to Alistair Lord, and here comes Geelong again. Another score coming up, perhaps, as Lord kicks in towards goal. As Phil Hay touches it, and it goes through for 1 point to make Geelong another point on the board.
I can speak for experience when I say this, but I can appreciate how Hawthorn feel at this stage when they've got absolutely no hope of winning this game, and they're just staying there hoping for that final bell to go any minute so they can get off the ground.
Brown is coming off, allowing Polinelli to go onto the wing on Fisher. Polly Farmer kicks the ball onto the half-forward flank. Over behind is Colin Rice. The ball was touched on its way to him. But there's a free kick going to Stead Hay behind the play, evidently. And the scoreboard remains 15-18, 108 to Hawthorn's 8-11, 59. Geelong have cascaded to a victory in this final quarter. Sprout marks scooped up by Fisher, who now has to contend with a fresh man in Polinelli. He kicks onto the half-forward line. Very nearly marked at the second bite by Peck. He tried hard. Devine clears the ball as Brown comes off and is congratulated by the Geelong team. He's part of a successful lineup. The ball is again on Geelong's half-forward line, and again it's Stead Hay.
Mark then taken by John Watts. Watts is on the half-back line for Geelong, and he kicks it wide, looking for Polinelli, who's just come on, trying to give him a kick in the grand final, and he succeeds in getting it to Polinelli, and there's Polinelli's first kick in the grand final, in towards goal, but it swings away, and it's over the line and out of bounds in the Geelong forward pocket. Geelong 108, Hawthorn 59, 25 minutes of play gone, 25 gone in the final quarter. There's a throw-in. Up is Beck, who knocks the ball down. Gary Young tries to pick it up. Cleared by Hawthorn up to the half-back line. Up is Polinelli, almost pulling the mark down. It's picked up by Alistair Lord. A left-foot kick in towards goal. A good kick, it's through, it's a goal. 1 point as it hits the post.
Trying to anticipate, and it's banged against the post, and Alistair Lord has kicked 2 goals too. Well, Geelong are 15-19 to 8-11, and I think at half-time, at three-quarter time, Geelong led only by 10 points. Now the lead is 50 points. A fantastic last quarter by Geelong to get well away. There's the kick out by Phil Hay. Polinelli sets himself, receives a push. Now's a chance for Cam McPherson. He gets the ball, plays out along the centre wing position as a Hawthorn player down, and we see the ball go to Rod Olsen. It looks like Nelda. Nelda is on the ground. Or is it Gary Young? Gary Young, it would be number 31. Up towards the half-forward line, and we see Watts again as he falls over in the back pocket, and that was his 10th mark. Fantastic last half by Watts, because he's marked everything that has come his way. Crouch is telling the players to clear away to give Watts a chance. Here is Watts now, back over in the half-back line. Geelong well in command of the game. A poor kick coming out towards Polinelli. They're trying to play to Polinelli, I think, to bring him into the game. Stead Hay is over the line, and the ball will be thrown in.
3 minutes of time on in the final quarter of the grand final. Geelong, as Ian has just mentioned,
with the game well and truly in their keeping.
31 free kicks to Hawthorn, 27 to Geelong, 38 marks to Hawthorn, 53 to Geelong, and here comes Geelong again. If Ponelli can get it, he does so. Here he receives a push and knocked the photographer flying on the boundary line. And there's a chance now for Gary Young. The ball is over the line this time and out of bounds. Well, the cameraman has picked up his camera. He's very lucky to have it in one piece. And there's another famous photographer, Lloyd Brown, having a shot of his co-mate.
There's the throw in on the half-forward line for Geelong. Farmer knocks the ball down. A chance here for Hawthorn to clear. It's Stead Hay who taps it out. And coming off the ground is a Hawthorn player who looks pretty badly hurt. I think it is Darky Nolder. Here's Geelong again with another score coming up from Sharrock. A left-foot kick by Sharrock, but it's out of bounds. And there's Darky Nolder. He looks to be pretty badly hurt, and he's getting plenty of attention from the trainers as he is off the ground. Nolder wasn't hurt by an opponent. He went for a mark and fell down heavily and I think struck his head. And as you saw then, he looks to be in a pretty bad way. Let's hope that he's okay.
It looks bad, Don. It looks to be out.
Bad luck in the last dying minutes of the game that this should happen, but let's hope, as we've said, that Nolder is okay. In the meantime, the ball is out of bounds in the Geelong forward pocket. Geelong coasting home to a win in this grand final. Here's Lyon trying to pick it up. He's come onto the ground to replace Nolder. That's Yates with the ball, number 40. Gary Young has it. Quick pass it out to Stead Hay. Stead Hay is on the half-back line. Sends it up to the centre wing position. And coming in to take it is Stuart Law.
Stuart Law has the ball on the half-forward line for Geelong. Polly Palmer setting himself for a short one, but he's telling Lord to kick it ahead of him, well over his head. Polly Palmer playing his 200th game of league football in a premiership match. How lucky can you be? The ball is on the half-forward line for Geelong, knocked away by Gary Young, coming through strongly now is Goggin. He runs into trouble. Gets away with it. Uren dodges cleverly around a Geelong player. That was Routley. Gets up towards the half-forward line. There's nobody home. Leading in the race for the ball is Scott, coming through strong to his Peck. Peck has the ball on the ground. If he can pick it up, he does so. Tries a short pass up towards Ian Law in the forward pocket. But there's John Devine, and backing him up well is Goodland, who has played very well for Geelong when he replaced Viner at half-time. He ran into a little bit of trouble then, though. Ran into a bit of trouble then. He's going to receive a free kick.
Oh, here's Peck and Roy West, Ian having a tussle. Ian Law comes in. This is unnecessary because the game's almost over.
I think that was with Peck again, Don. Peck and Roy West haven't been the best of friends all day. Anyway, it's a free kick to Goodland in the back pocket in the dying stages of this 63 grand final. Geelong have got it sewn up. Goodland drop kicks it up towards the centre wing position, setting himself. And marking it quite well is Olsen. He plays on now, kicks up towards the centre half-forward position. Here it comes up towards West, and also Devine coming through strongly is Arthur. Gives it across to Law. Law punches it out as the chance for Hawthorn. It's picked up by Elvis and a right foot snap, but he's coming well away from the goals, and it's 1 point. Hawthorn are 8 goals, 12, trailing Geelong 15-19.
Well, a kick-off coming up in the final passage of play. From the Geelong fullback, Roy West. This is a certain win to Geelong, who are just coasting home 109-60. Hawthorn have put up a magnificent performance. They're still fighting hard, but Geelong too good on the day. There's the kick-off. A chance for Lyon. Alistair Orders there, and there's the siren. And look at the elated Geelong camp. There's Bob Davis being congratulated by other Geelong officials.
Well, a convincing win to Geelong there by 49
anyway,
points.
congratulations, Bob.
Oh, thank you, Lewis.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
And the poster,
well
of course, the big poster up there, that's a wild-looking cat. There's no two ways about that. And the best players in the grand final, of course, were Farmer and Devine, two huge names at Geelong. And for Hawthorn, Graham Arthur, a magnificent player for Hawthorn, wasn't he?
Fantastic player. What do they call him? Mort.
Mort and Nolder. Jack, do you remember Nolder?
Yes, I can just remember him.
Yeah, good player, and Coverdale. But anyway, 1963. Now, what we don't want you to do is to just suddenly decide, oh, what's happened here? Something's gone wrong with the tape. This is the end of part 1, to be truthful. Just don't push the rewind button. Push the one that says eject. And out it'll come. You can go.
Oh, gee,
make a cup of
living, Bob. They all know you push the eject button,
Look,
the eject button to get it out.
People that watch this type of program are not too sure what they do. Push the eject button, out it comes, get tape 2, which we'll be doing very shortly. Have a cup of tea, and come back and enjoy more of vintage league